is have to be careful about whether or not this Spurt Cage spawns are going to be worthwhile, because you have to take a look at the gear that's going to be available from the rip unless someone's chasing you down after getting a blue armor or a blue weapon.
We see here Jazong, our bi-weekly one winner. Starting off on the Matari, we got a Spider versus Mike, a big scrap off here in this beautiful area of the Predoria map. This area is so nice. We got Mike on the Hottie and Spider's on the Matari for the first game of the day. Mike quickly trying to get inside the mix right now, trying to see if he can pick up elimination early here in this game. And once again, everybody at home, they change it now. So whenever the eliminations come into play, they do not know who they just eliminated, opposed to how it was for the spring split a couple months ago. But Spider in the back end is going to use that F to disengage. And we do have a kill in the kill feed. It's going to be XY picking elimination onto pace.
Dang, you know, I just noticed right now, ladies and gentlemen, the patch, 829 patch, fist blade nerf patch. Everything's going to be neutral in terms of, what CA just mentioned, where there is no player base to be noted into knowing who is what and where and why. Once you get eliminated, you know, you have to take a guesstimation about who it is. ERG Fong, though, trying to get caught out here with the R&B from the fan. Mike is going to keep the chase going. Spider putting himself into that motion, forcing out this engagement. And I think into the Spring Enclave, he's going to have to be looking for the armor swap. Otherwise, first elimination given to Mike, it's going to be a chance for him to either go to Heaven's Rise, or we should see him down towards Arcadia spawn.
Fong is going to fall, and Mike quickly aggressive Spider off it is. Gets the RB focus there from the launcher swap onto the fan. Spider now trying to disengage, still applying the pressure onto Spider, trying to get out of this. Uses the TP, gets the damage there off the RB focus from the Hongster. Overholding, gets the second damage. Now Mike can be forced to pop this Hottie ultimate in the back end. What's going to be the mix up here for Spider? Drops very low. 3 charging up here for Mike, trying to find the hit. Does manage to do so, but Spider catches a common armor, so I believe doesn't hit off the first. I'm sorry, but he's still chasing down, and Spider's doing a really good job staying mobile here to make sure Mike doesn't catch him.
Yeah, you know, level 3 swings coming out from Mike as a Hottie gives Spider the full necessary action. Is getting to that building, kiting it out. Good opportunity for him. Now it's up to Mike just to not get caught out by Matara in neutral. Now, of course, he does have F2 combo breaker. Vision is made. The engagement is set. He goes for the R&B from the Hong Sword, making sure he can go for that vertical attack, and he's backing away here, right? You see Mike has on another armor swap, which means he's immediately back into the action. Another blue focus, 1.0 release. Oh, we're doing it 2 in a row. All right, Spider, go for a 1, 2, 3. No, he's going for a jump LB. He's getting the elimination there. That's his first set before Spring Enclave is going to be, departed upon.
225. Telling you that back-to-back 1.0s like that, that's the T225 special right there. And Spider not afraid of letting them loose, and he sees and picks up the elimination there onto Mike Chazong. Little bit of a bad situation here. Nice little counter grapple there from Verse on the bottom side. We got another player as well in the mix, Wu Fong, trying to get some sorts of eliminations going for himself so far here on the Keelan. Do have Chazong, making sure these players do not get too comfortable, making sure they do not catch him off guard. He's doing a really good job kiting for the time being. Now Verse still with full blue armor as well as Wu Fong. This could be bad for Chazong. He drops very low. It looks like he did get caught up a little bit, and now in this situation with no movement around, it's gonna fall, and Verse is gonna pick elimination onto Chazong.
Yeah, first elimination given to Verse here, looking up against Wu Fong as a secondary, potentially. It's Keelan ult against the odds. He still gets caught into the neutral with the uppercut, so now he's going to look for that charge up, gets caught by the F1. Nicely done from Wu Fong to keep the aggression and push back so that charge doesn't come out. But now it's going to be Keelan ult versus Keelan ult. Now Akame, backline, V2, Justina. We saw this coming through earlier into the pick choice of ultimates. If he can capture one Keelan that's costing a little bit trouble to the other one, and they're close together, he can get a double whammy, but he doesn't even have ultimate ready to go off. So he's actually going to be coming through here as that third party. He lost his first life. I'm going to assume GG Shaw has set the stone into that predicament. And then you can see him stuck into this bird cage. Keelan's going to have another opportunity to catch these staggers after the ultimate comes out. Akame not having a fun time. He hasn't yet invested his F2. Now he will, and this is going to be possibly a complete wipe for him in this first round. Hoping to see if he can get out of here, but the chase between 2 Keelans, and they see the low health target, right? The target price selection is going to be immaculate.
Yeah, and this is super bad here from Akame. Akame is the third party here, and he's getting full aggressed on by both of the Keelings currently right now, trying to kite this out onto Justina. With no ult online, he is running that V2, so he is going to only have those 2 dashes if he's trying to use it for a retreat situation. And right now, with a musket shot there from Verse, he is going to pick the elimination onto Akame. Ooh, big floater there from Verse. Nearly catches the R&B follow-up there onto Wu Fong. Now Wu Fong sending those R&B focuses off the halberds. Big damage. Verse drops very low. Clink comes in. Now, what's going to be the mix-up? Since the R&B focus, F invested there to stay safe for now. Now Wu Fong still applying tons of pressure in the R&B follow-up there for Wu Fong to pick up the elimination onto Verse. And Verse is going to fall. We got pace against GG Shaw. Got Liam v. Liam. Oh, this is a Justina. Sorry. Justina v. Liam action between both of these players. And it looks like Pace is running that V2 as well.
No, yeah, he's running a
you see
V1.
that?
Yeah, I saw that teleport. That's a V2. Wait a second.
Yeah,
hold on.
Pokeball.
Scrap off coming in the Poke. Yeah, okay, listen. GG Shaw doing some shenanigans here after 829 patch, coming through for Liam to be more prevalent. And this is going to be a case scenario if we see this stick like butter, non-stick like butter. Because if it comes through and all the players end up wanting to try to go for these, touch of deaths with the V2 ultimate and that's it, then it's one case because no combo breaker, then you can't get out of it. But GG Shaw has to be careful. If he gets tap dodge, there's no confirmation from that point on. So for him, he's got to be careful about it with the fan. If he does get caught by a scissor parry, there's nothing that's going to save him from that instance unless he has a combo breaker or he has a charge for the Pokeball to be used. Now for Paste, using V1 Justina, he's going to be disengaging there. Mike's looking towards Sword Tomb, I believe. No, this is Heaven's Rise. He's actually going to be getting himself into that Roman Yang. If no one's going to contest this, makes sense. No one's out of this vicinity. Azoth Peak, having bout as Exen and WBG Spider and DRG Fong all together. There's a lot of purple armors in the field right here, CA.
Yeah, there's a lot of purple armors now. 3 players up. And we also have the Laura Croft out right now as well. That's a beautiful skin. Love the crossovers. Have another one out in the Pro League. On the Matari, WBG Spider with the Yang pass. Looks like there is going to be no aggression here from Fong so far. 12 seconds and counting in order to get inside that Roma Yang. We are closing up to our first Roma Yang of the day. We got Verse on 2 eliminations. XY as well on the Temmie. GG Shaw where we got some aggression. Spider catches the uppercut there from the claws. Crouch LMB. And now we are on the patch there with the damage off the R&B focus. Got nerf off of this weapon. So it doesn't really change anything. Everybody, look at this Yang right here. Both players got the fist blades out.
Yeah, even the R&B 2.0 release with the vertical, I should say, that has been reduced in terms of the speed of it. So being able to anticipate and getting a blue focus parry off of that is very nicely done. Now, OEG Mike is on blue armor, Exen on that purple. Musket versus cannon shots. Mike is going to keep kiting around here and forcing X into his own domain. There's going to be the engagement. Some chip damage coming out here. F2 invested as Mike backs off. He's going to have to look to charge up. Now, as you can see, Exen, he's keeping space across his board. I mean, we know that Exen has ultimate ready to go here, but it's going to be used as a necessary cautionary tale against a Hottie. F1's invested. Exen decides to go for the backup. Mike's on the HP, bleed right now. Until then, Exen catches LMB, jump LMB, and that's going to be an ultimate cast probably coming from one of these guys very soon.
Here it is, jump LMB there from action. Mike now going to be forced to pop this ultimate pretty soon in their maxes as well. There it is. Beautiful iframe there to avoid the F siphon. Now the second blade goes down there from action. Now Mike has the opening that he needs in this fight to get the elimination. Catches the first 3 charge, overholding, catches the second as well. Third one connects, 1-2 on the ground. F invested from action on the bottom side, trying to stay alive. The third one misses there. Now what's gonna be Mike's mix up? He is gonna be coming out of that ultimate action. Since the LMB focus, F has been invested there for Mike as well to stay safe. Trying to get the last hit in there from the cannon shot. Been created from Mike, and Action's gonna fall off of this, and Mike staying up in his Roma Yang. We also have Spider and Shaw winning the Roma Yang, and they are going to be taking the Vermilion's Burst Might out of that gate.
I love seeing that notion of going from level 3 swing down to level 2 to level 1, and I see it to a gold fist blade, baby. It's coming out here with a gold spear or purple spear, so he's making that to a staff. A key staple Solo's weapon to have in his pocket, but the fact that he has gold fist blades, even with the damage nerfs, still has that shadow step maneuver that makes it so much more powerful than most of the other weapons, and being able to dodge out attacks coming in from multi-hit types, such as with the horizontal with the pole swords and whatnot, which you might see as well coming through here. Now, Spider's outside of Roma Yang. He won it. He got 2 eliminations now so far. He's able to catch himself a bounty scroll, which is going to hold down towards GG Shaw. Exendo fighting out between Wufong now. This is going to be close guarded here. We got purple versus blue. F1 comes up from Wufong. Going to be going for that knockback. Hopefully to be careful enough with this position. Now, this is way out north towards into the Twilight Swallow region, if I'm not mistaken. So no one's going to really be out here unless it's Mike outside the Roma Yang. He should be able to make his appearance over here very soon because Wufong's going to go into this attack pattern. Has ultimate out here for the Keelan. Going to go ahead for the Echo Slash. Doesn't get that rendering attack off the back end. X is going to proc ult. And it's going to be an ult for ult situation. If Exen catches Wufong in the vicinity with the Noric sword, he can just go ahead and lock him down.
With 3 minutes and 14 seconds, both players as well. 2 minutes and 40 for Wufong. 3 minutes and counting for Action. Both have that Yang depletion timers on their back. So they are trying to get this elimination here to cleanse. We got the Keelan ultimate doing tons of damage here onto Action. Eats up the damage off the LMB focus as well. Weaves the F blade. No, gets caught with the siphon hit there off the F. Action now trying to regress Wufong since the LMB focus can't get punished for that. He does. LMB called in, or F called in. Now, Nunchuck Meter Bear on from Wufang cancels to the R&B 1-2 from the Nunchucks. And now it's going to be a quick reset here for Action. GG Shaw picking an elimination off the WBG Spider. He is going to have the Millions Birds. Something I do want to mention is might often to take that White Tiger's powers instead of the Vermilion's Birds might there for the first Roma Yang as well. And it's a little bit of a difference that we see staply from pretty much everybody in the Pro League. But Wufang still going at it against Action.
And Wufang has a combo breaker steady to go here. There's Exen's combo breaker for the F1. Exen has to back off here at an HP deficit. Looking for an armor. Maybe she's just looking for the charge R&B. Doesn't get caught to the parry here. Wufang challenging this with horizontals. He's at no energy. He releases that 1.0. Gets himself the elimination. That's a very, very close gap maneuver that he did. And it worked out in his favor coming out of that kill. Now Exen's eliminated. Now Mike up against Fong. Universal Slash coming out here. Parry. Losing on those dual blades is big. And Mike is going to be making sure he doesn't get that back in his pocket for real, for real.
And that's the beauty right there about the fist blades. I have been playing a lot more fist blades as well to understand the weapon a lot more. And a lot of the situations where you got to dodge these ults like Akos, even the Liams as well. Whenever you're dodging, you can let go of that focus attack that you carry on from the fist blades and get the damage off. As we saw there from Mike, he manages to weave the leap there from the Akos and still gets tons of damage there onto Fong. Now, Mike still full chasing down the Akos. F2 Akos here for Fong. Oh my God. Gets to jump LMB over the roof there. LMB, R&B goes off for that. I think he was going to take him down the cliff there. Now, the chase continues for both players. Mike has the weapon of choice for him. He loves these fist blades as we're seeing throughout the first bi-weekly one. Still chasing down. Second Roma Yang already forming up. We got GG Shaw out of the mix with 3 eliminations. Spider as well with 3. Burst with 2, as well as Mike XY and Wufang in a mix. But still, this scrap out was going for a very long time. Mike against Fong. What's going to be the mix up here?
Yeah, well, Roma Yang is right next door. Mike prioritizes that, and it's interesting because this is the fight where we saw earlier between, I believe, between Wufang and Exen. So whether or not Wufang is still in the distance, just trying to loot up around the bodies, around making sure that they can get into various pavilion, who knows? But slide uppercut coming in here from XY against T225. Hold on a second, 3 and down. The 8 seconds on the clock. T225 has ultimate though, and there's the F-Wist ready for XY. If he can go for this right now, he could just try to lock him down, but it's going to be an unfortunate case of that Roma Yang depletion. 2 eliminations here, placing out in 9th place, or I should say in 8th place. Not catching as much as he's kind of hoping for the first round, but 2 eliminations, that's point along the way. 2.5 so far for XY. T225 has Roma Yang not Roma Yang depletion, but he has Roma Yang on the entry. Spider here looking for the entrance of just being able to grief him out here. T225 having to burn F2. Can he get set up portal? Yes, he will. He's safe. Not sure if Spider's going to go in there frame 1, but it looks like it's going to be a Mike versus Spider fight. Gold weapons, purple armor. All right, we're here for round 1. We got the fights that we've been looking for this entirety of this match.
This is the big scrap off. As always, the 2 goats going at it. The only one who has taken about weekly off of them is Chazong now. But before that, both of these players have been running the bi-weeklies. Now, Mike trying to go for the jump LMB. He's going to get punished from it there from Spider. Nice little avoidance there. Oh, tap dodges across him to avoid the R&B follow-up there from the fan. Mike now, since the LMB focus, nice little diagonal dodge there from Spider to avoid the last hits there from the LMB focus. Now, since the R&B has the F to stay safe for now, TP's on out, tries to read the parry. The damage is going towards Spider's way, and Mike is forced to pop the ultimate here, and it looks like it's going to be a quick reset here for Mike.
Yeah, Spider would try to go for the F2 into an uppercut. Did not occur. Mike was able to get ultimate here. It's going to be another 12 seconds until we can see that ultimate dissipate. F2 charged up for Spider in preemptive motion. I think he's going to have a teleport ready here for the flash. There he goes, R&B. Mike loses a little bit of HP, but not so much to lose out the armor state. He gets caught by the F2, though. There's going to be the element of the R&B there. Gets ultimate the F2. Was not fast enough. And a 1-2-3 from Spider eliminates Mike from the Roma Yang. And now we have the second round with Wufang versus T225 after a previous engagement. 2-1 from Wufang. T225 now forced to pop the ultimate. He is going to be able to get a little bit of a reset in, but Wufang's going to stop that. Goes in high there with the LMB from the Keelan ult. Now full chasing up. Can overhold again. Looking for the opening. Manages to catch this for the second time around. Tries to read the dodge off of that. Catches the third. Now seeing if he can get this. This is a full sky fight. It looks like Wufang is using the Hanyo right here. T225 drops very low for this. And the last dash there for Wufang. Hey, we in the anime right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Bro, you saw that?
That was insane.
That was a monstrosity play coming out from him. He actually got himself into that with full motion to sky. Once Killing Guard was procced out, he got unlimited slashes. He's like, yeah, I'm flying right now.
That was crazy.
He took all the opportunity he could to get a close gap against Hotties. Usually you would see like people in the air, that's how you counteract Keelan. If Keelan finds the opportunity for doing that, he would be able to get up there. But Wufang versus Mike, host Romy Yang, both winners from the Romy Yangs. This is actually into the fray, into the fire situation for Wufang. Outside Romy Yang into that victory. Hopefully he can try to see about what's going to happen next here. White Tiger's prowess versus White Tiger's prowess, and DRG Fong has a dagger on standby.
Mike has to try to cleanse here. Wufang applying tons of pressure. He is going to be forced to pop this ultimate. We got Fong in the back end as well. And Fong still doing what he does best with those perfect third-party scenarios. Lots of blue armor swaps right there. So this fight could go to distance, but with still 4 minutes left here for Mike, he is able to kite this around. Going around the building right now. Go ahead and reposition. Fong has his eyes onto him. Look at him. He's already posted up for the scare rush. Mike in the same building as him. Looks like Fong's going to cut the noise for now. Wufang buying up a little bit of resources. Might try and lay down some pressure there from the cannon. Gold pulser for Wufang. And Fong with purple, so you don't want to catch a scare rush off of any of these two right now with the rarities on those pulsers. It's going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and also Wufang picked up a universal slash from that Romy Yang, so he's able to, if he finds dual blades, if he's trying to look for the third party pushing out from a distance, he can get that range blue. Spider, though, arriving to the scene, the secondary Romy Yang winner, Mike being able to just try to kite as long as possible against his opponent here. So Mike is going to get fully controlled out here for Spider. If that F2 connects into the zone, Spider looking for the neutral, trying to push him out. You see how you're trying to beat out his path. He's going to be going ahead. Try to look for the R&B, does not get it. He's keeping that chase going with the cannon shots. This is actually very interesting. This is by the Jada outlook into the starting area for Spawn. So it's kind of an interesting notion where we ended up here. Armor swap for Mike, has ultimate in of 13 percentage points for the Rage. He's got to be looking to try to keep cutting here as long as he can before he gets an opportunity of using ultimate where the terrain isn't going to grief him. But looks like he's going to get a reset here for 1 vitality. Potentially. I don't know. Wufang's going to try to go for his R&Bs. Hold checks the heck out of it. And Mike still has a combo breaker ready to go here in case he needs to disengage on the fly.
And his cannons are out right now. He's not healing that white, so he needs to be real careful. Spider's still applying the pressure onto Mike. See him throw back a cannon shot. Verse on the top side of the cliff. We see him there with a cannon as well. So now back to white health, or back to full white health for Mike. He's still trying to get this Yang cleanse out of one of these bodies, but looks like all the aggression is going towards his way. LB Focus connects there for Mike with 2 minutes and 19 seconds now, getting full aggression on once again. Trying to take a quick little reset there off the armor. Look at the cannon shots flying on in right here. Lots of damage happening from every direction right now towards Mike's way. Spider eating up a little bit of damage. Scare rushes catch him in the corner, but we fall with the scare rush there with a purple pull sword with the, that was a gold pull sword from the shadows there to eliminate Mike, and that's going to be super unfortunate there from OUG's Mike.
Yo, performance right now for Wufang is flawless. 4 eliminations so far into his first round. It makes a good notion in terms of where we're at. T225, though, still having Romy Yang completion for another 2 minutes or so he's going to have to be very careful. Hopefully to not to find an investment in ultimate unless it's for a kill, in which case he can find that soul bloom and, you know, get that rage back for what he had lost. It's just up to anyone who's around the vicinity of this. Now, 5 players left on the board, 9 minutes left on the clock. RB's coming off from Spider here as a fifth place coming out to scale out with the F2, but it does not connect towards T225. He looks to regroup towards on top of the cliff side as Wufang is in a distance. Double gold armors, double purple armors. Kind of curious to see whether or not Versus is going to want to take any sort of engagements, though, because he is looking into the bottom line. And in terms of the leaderboard, he is at 2 eliminations overall.
Now, T225. Pressure's on here for T225 with 1:40 and counting. Try to cleanse this Yang depletion timer. He's going to pick up a little bit of resources there from Mike's bodies from earlier. With Fong still with that gold pulse sword, setting up for that nice chunky multiplier at the end. Spider as well, picking up the gold fist plates from Mike's body. T225 might look to try to aggress the Matari in the situation fully. Spider doing a really good job staying mobile. Cuts right back there off the terrain. And this is the beautiful part about this map. There's a lot of structures all over for everybody to get that movement game on. Now T225 still gonna eat up the damage. No, he's gonna come in out here with a big parry. He's gonna snag up the gold 5th place now. Swap it on over to the 5th place. Spider trying to stay up in the back end. We have FPX ZQ Verse applying the pressure as well. Now T225 is gonna be forced to pop this ultimate. Look who's already moving on in. Is gonna be DRG's Fawn.
Yeah, G-Fong making sure he can come through here for a sneak attack, but TG5 looking for the chase against Spider. Moonbane still taking away a good portion of the zone so far. This is not the final Moonbane, though. F2 to come out here for the connection with the V2 Ultimate. Teleport with that option selection. TG5 have 500 HP in a dream right now. He's going to have to look towards making sure he can find an armor swap. He finds one blue. Rarity. It's a little bit used. Not going to be a little bit of problem. He takes time to white health heal, but then he takes a musket shot into the back line. RMB comes out here from Fong. He's finding another pair of dual blades, finding an F2 here with an Ultimate gives Spider a little bit more chance of healing and sustaining out for that double hit. But now the Forbidden Seal's active. He's going to have to look for the F2 to escape. And instead, it's going to be a close elimination here between 2 targets at the same time.
Both of these players are getting full focus right now. They're pretty much at the same health. Spider and T225. T225 trying to stay up. Spider's going to fall there to Fong, and Fong now has his full attention onto T225 with 6 seconds and counting. He just has to count his blessings, and the final hit connects there for Wufong. He is going to make it 5, moving into this last circle. 3 players still up. Wufong, Verse, and Fong. We got 2 Keelans and a Lone Wolf Alkos for our top 3 of game number 1. Wufong, that crazy scalers there off the goal pole sword with a crazy scale rush there for elimination earlier onto Mike. Fong now looking to try to get aggressive off of this. The F2 invested early there from the Akos. The Wufong is always going to respond with an F of their own. Now, what's going to be the mix-up for both of these players? We got the Frog out. LB focusing in the back end onto Verse. Verse with the gold fist plays this time around. Fong with Gold Dagger. I mean, that is his weapon of choice, so he does have the rarity that he needs. But it looks like Wufong wants to fully claim the Spirit Well.
You got to be careful about here. Fong deciding to use F2 into this game. Now, his expectation was to reach into the endgame circle where there's multiple targets. He won't have much issues now. The case is, it's 2 Keelans versus 1 Akos. The selection to be able to look in towards who's going to be your target in terms of that is one who's not the character that is you. So in any case scenario, usually that's the moment of, realizing that. But at the same time, he's got himself a dagger. He can keep holding the R&Bs. He's on ultimate status. He's got V2 ultimate, more importantly. So he's able to keep himself sustained here. But the Keelans will try to lock him down as much as often as possible. So he's just taking the time to back off here and seeing whether or not there's a fight to be occurred between both FPX's Verse and Wufong. Doesn't seem to be the case. He knows this now. This is not going to be a fair fight, but he takes his opportunity here. Right, he can force aggression in terms of pushing someone to the lower thresholds of health. That could end up turning this around, where the point of aggression between Verse towards Wufong will be, interacted between, each other during that engagement.
Yeah, as we see it here, Fong just trying to let the timer do its thing right now, waiting this out. He knows he's not in the best battle zone for the character he is currently. Got the Keelans just waiting this out currently as well. Wait this out. I don't believe any aggressions are going to go towards any of these 2 players' ways, Verse nor Wufong. They do want to eliminate this Akos as quickly as possible, as we've seen them just claiming their ground right now, staying very close to each other as well to make sure once they spot that Akos, it's on full goal for both players. But look at the load up here for Verse, full purple weapon out in the back pocket with the gold fist blades in hand here for FPX-ZQ's Verse. White Tiger's power is still up for Wufong off that Spirit Well. Fong trying to hide this out in the bush, waiting this out. We got Verse checking though. Wufong might be checking this as well. Goes in with a crouch on beat for the pole sword. Nearly clips him though. He's waiting this out. He thinks he didn't spot him. He didn't see him. Or he probably doesn't want to get full aggressive onto him. They do know the next zone is moving, but I believe he spotted him there.
Yeah. I mean, it comes down towards and seeing, how long we can sustain until the very end. And it kind of makes a notion towards these guys of just spotting out for a stagnation period, for the lack of a better term. And we got 4 minutes on the clock. These guys ain't going to fight this out beforehand. They ain't going to take any they ain't going to take no fights until it's necessary, because of one target reaching out to another. And you see Wufong's just checking the bushes. I mean, Wufong's right there. He can't see the skin, but Wufong finds out just straight up here with the frog head coming out here. Hopefully to see the kiting to make it happen. Wufong getting himself right through and missing Fong as he catches that scare rush. Verse on the opposite side of the circle, so he's just looking towards the northwestern side. And Fong's on the southern side, having to be careful about these horizontal releases for the pole sword. Keeps horizontals checks, makes sure he doesn't get staggerment, but then he gets caught by the stagger. He gets caught by the F2. Hopefully, who knows? Pistol shots though coming in from Verse. We are down 900 armor, and he catches 1 armor powder heal before this next engagement on the cliffside. This is a dangerous terrain here, CA.
Yeah.
Rocks.
Yeah, this is very dangerous, but the aggression is still going to continue going towards Fong's way. He does pop that Akko's ultimate. The V2 is going to be weaved there from Verse. Big barrier from Fong, though, with the sap as well. It's going to take up a lot of health back off of this. Now the Kilo ultimate is going to be invested here for Verse, and this could be bad for both of these players, Verse and Fong, but it looks like Verse drops very low, sends him inside the zone with that first blade there from the Keelan ult. Now, Verse is going to go ahead and take a quick reset in the back end. Wufong still offering to try to take the full aggression onto the Akos right now. And Fong with the weapon of choice right now, the dagger is going to be really, really good weapon to stay moving in these situations. We got the Keelan ult still online. They're happening. We do have a couple of slashes there, but it doesn't look like it's a crazy amount of damage happening towards Fong's way. He is going to be able to pop one massive parry for Fong with another sap, and he's going to be back to full health now off of that alone. And Fong's going to be forced to take a full reset for himself as well.
You know, you see Verse getting that chance of disengaging and Fu Fong making sure the focus is onto Fong. It really does come down towards, you know, the target selection that comes through, even though the low health from Verse. But the thing is, off of this engagement right here, then right here and there, is that we still have a opportunity for Fong to catch this out from an ultimate from Wu Fong. He hasn't activated the Keelan ultimate. So if it comes down to endgame circle and we get high ground, if he finds an opportunity to striking his enemy into the zone, that he will find an opportunity of keeping them locked down in there. He has Keelan guard as an insurance policy for zone take damage if it comes down towards it. So if Wu Fong needs to use it in his insurance policy for ultimate, he can. Everything comes down towards the character pick selection here. It's just up to Fong to make sure he can have ultimate ready to go here before the final 2 minutes conclude into a minute. He finds the F1 against Verse, F2 kill confirm. That's it. Fong needs that soul bloom right then and there. You can see the disengagement coming through here, and Wu Fong is not going to be able to find it. Ultimate's ready here for Fong. It's a 1v1 between the two.
Since they'll be focused, F invested there from the Keelan to avoid the full capitalization off it. And now the Aqua Totem is going to come online. He's going to respond with a Keelan hold of his own. The elite connects there for Fong. He's going to send him inside the zone with his V2. What's going to be the mix up here for Fong? He's going to be able to get a little bit of damage off the cannon shot as well. Now the Keelan ult still trying to find a mix up, but another leap there. And Fong's going to win it. And what a beautiful showcase in there for Fong. Oh my God. Practically in a 1v2 situation. Staying up. Making sure he solidifies his spot here for top one in game number 1. That was some crazy Naraka performance there for Fong. This area, and then another set of players landing in Imperial Village, as we see right here, right below it. We got GG Shaw, DRG's Fong landing right next to each other. We got a Keelan here for Fong, GG Shaw on the Matari. Investing the F pretty early. Fong's gonna respond there with the F to avoid the Prios. Overholds the LB focus there from the common staff. Now sends it back to back. Go ahead and cross that up. Trying to get some more resources off some trolls. Right now, Fong has the armor advantage against GG Shaw. But it looks like the aggression is going to stop in between both of these players because we have someone in the ballista and it's going to be FPX Verse on it.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy. Fong had no resources at that one armor heal, but if he got caught by Verse, Ballista shot have been Jover for him. And in which case, Exon is there. He can clean up. He's at Matari with F2, right? He's able to corner him off, but Verse is looking to try to take this chase. He's got common fist blades. Akame over to the making towards the north side of Plume Castle, but Servant's Pass, we see T225 fighting elimination against Paige from Team SS1 now. Sager comes out from Mike as T225 invests his F2. He gets caught by the stanchion there. Nicely done for the elimination of the armor, but T225 has ultimate ready to go, investing it from that Firefight Plage into this area. Now, T225, he's going to play Ring Around the Rosy. I don't think he's going to have any sort of confirmation hits if Mike keeps, keep progression until I say in Cast a Curse Mike, but, things just happen that way.
I like how you said, you're like, I'm not going to say I'm not trying to cast a curse anybody in the bi-weekly final. And then today, you're like, it's a new week. We cast a curse on everybody, but T225 trying to go, playing that halberd punk sword swap there from both of those weapons. Now, often to try to retreat. The F invested it from Mike. Catches the LMB Prowl. Now F caught in for the Hottie and makes him still coming in hot here from Mike. Oh my God. And the side of the terrain catches the 1, 2, 3 as well. Now, big damage here from Mike. And it looks like Mike has done his resource because this was an area where Spider had a crazy sequence in the bi-weekly final. And now Mike often to take this spot for his drop zone for this game. And now look who he's fighting here. It's going to be WBG Spider against OUG's Mike.
Man, history repeats itself, but of course, an R&B and terrain grief is going to be something that Mike is very well aware of. He's going to be making sure he can just go for Saggers instead of an R&B blue focus for the vertical. And now Mike keeping that chase going through here. It's going to reset as Mike is going to see Spider run away. He knows that his is going to be more rage investment for him, but Akame arriving to the point. I saw him over to the north side of Plume Castle. He makes his way towards Alta Tranquility, I'm assuming, and then now through Ice Shard Lake's west side. And he's now here in Servant's Pass, now into the Yushan Village. Kind of curious where he's seeing. He's got blue fist plates into the mix. All these players have blues across both armor and weapon selection. So whether he's going to be looking here for a third-party engagement, he's going to make a very well appearance if he catches double kill against these two.
1-2 off the uppercut there from the F from Mike. Overholding sends the 1.5 there. Gets the damage onto Spider now. The comic starting to move on in. Swapping his attention onto Spider. Has a blue armor swap ready for the aggression as we see it here. Now, another player showing up to the mix. I believe it's going to be Wu Fong now. Showing up with purple fan in hand on the Justina. Mike going to catch a little bit of the aggression since the 1.0 there off the Alberts. Tries to cancel, but the 1-2 from the fan. Overholding now. Trying to create the space. Going to back out from the situation. Still have another player in the mix. The comic quickly regressing Mike in the corner. He needs to be real careful now because Mike drops very low.
Yeah, Mike's going to have no armor ready to go through. I saw he had a swap on standby in that building, but then Wu Fong just denied that entry. Now he's going to be going through into the Yushan ruins and keeping his check in here and just catching as much kiting. He finds that armor swap that he needs. 600 armor right there for health. backing it towards the northwestern side. Getting a little bit of heal here and there. DG Shaw finding elimination gets X into the games. As you can see, the kill feed going to be his +1 this round. DRG Fong still looking to try to hide around here. Now he's arriving to the scene. Probably took the portal as Akame is still hunting around here. Bells have been struck. No one's going to be able to spot anyone unless they see them with their own eyes.
Got Fong still looking for an opportunity. And a lot of these players don't want to really be caught up in a mix here because there's lots of players flying around. As we see, Mike drops very low. Goes in and invests the F down in the back end. We got a Kame laying down some pressure there onto Wufong. Looks like Mike is going to be able to stay up for now. Now, using the Fs, we've seen him time and time again using this for distance and movement. Now, trying to see if he can try to get a better armor in this situation, but he's staying in this area. He wants to see if he can pick up one of these eliminations. He is going to retreat now. Spoke a little bit too soon. Fong is still looking for his opportunity. He does have a bounty onto a player. Looks like he is going to. We got 5 players we're in the mix. We have Fong and Wufong here. On the Keelan this time around. Fong with a crazy game 1 once again, but we're gonna have XY against Chazong at Plume Castle with a scrap out. It's gonna be a Temmie versus Liam.
Yeah, and Wufong having to go ahead and force out his own ultimate as the F1 comes from Jushong. He gets himself to back off. These guys are just going to use his air guys to just keep fighting between one another. Beautiful blue armor stuff from Jushong. I don't know. He lucked out. He got it. Or unless it was pre-planned, and that's Batman levels of planning. Jushong going to be making sure he can get that blue nunchucks on standby as well. That's going to be saved on for later if he can catch a Wistero and just go for a meter dump if it comes down towards it. But Wufong still keeping the kind of going, have that bell struck, going to be having vision. As Wufong's in the background, it's going to be canceled ultimate. It's all right, 40% rage investment, but we have Romy Yang, so look out for it. He's looking to try to get into an entrance of one. He's got to deny entry. AS sees his XY is out here. About his X is arriving to this point. It's going to be a Romy Yang that's going to be heavily contested. All 3 players here, blue armor.
Yeah, and GG Shaw is going to go ahead and snag up the Yang pass. He might have some aggression thrown his way, but looks like XY and Action are both going to retreat for now. Spider might go at it once again for the second time of game number 2. They had constant scrap offs game number 1 as well. The RB makes here for the Halberds for Mike. F called in there for the Hottie now. Trying to create this space. Spider with the common armor swap. He is going to be able to stay mobile. And looks like Spider is going to be picking up this pass. Once again, he's going to invest the ultimate he can with 25 seconds remaining here. Now the F invested in the back end there for Mike to try to take him out this flight zone. But it looks like Spider is going to be having the high ground advantage right now. Moving in and out there to not get rid of this glider for him. Now, no damage there for Mike. Rolls it. Beautiful showcase in there. He's going to go ahead and take it to the sky because it's about to run out. Now, he can play the high ground here. He is going to be trying to lay down some grapples there to stay up with 2 seconds in counting. He is going to be able to make inside the Remo Yang as well. Oh! I spoke too soon.
She almost got some crazy. Yeah, I was curious. I was like, Spider's like, okay, like I saw him going to the sky. I thought he was going to invest F2. Thankfully, he didn't because he could just keep himself mobile in midair with the grapples and missing them. But Mike was just ready to go for the RMBs. Close enough though. Spider gets inside of Rome. Mike doesn't want to contest that just yet. Understanding he's going to the other Rome Yang, see if any kind of other contested fights happen. This is what usually happens. Usually players just want to wait out for it, but it looks like this is actually a Spearwell. Minus on the Rome Yang gate. It looks like Bowd is Exen taking Chizhong for a ride here. 4 fights. Now it's going to be DRG Fong arriving to this point. Mike's like, wait a second, I thought I was going to have a little bit of action here. It's going to be a heavy set on-site action. He's taking Portal here just to go through and chasing out Exen as he's disengaging. But we got 2 Rome Yang fights going to be happening here in just a moment. Whether or not Mike wants to take this engagement against Exen, we're going to see WBG Spider versus XY from ASC.
XY with a gold fan. Has the weapon advantage rarity. Pulls from Spider with a blue staff. Nice ship parry from Spider. Has the F's. Gonna go ahead and wait this out. Trying to catch the RB focus, but a crouch LMB there from XY. Now the Liam ultimate is gonna be invested in the back end. Jump LMB. Trying to wait this out for the F. Nice patience there from XY. Not getting antsy there with the blade off the ult. But Spider drops very low. It's gonna be forced to pop this Hottie ultimate. Eats the damage there off the RB focus as well. Trying to see if he can catch him off the F blade there. Does not manage to do so. Now Spider trying to take a full reset in for himself. XY still locked in with full health, pretty much. Now gets touched against Spider, and Spider now is going to wait this out, but it looks like the ult's going to run out here for Spider pretty soon.
Yeah, and Spider's going to have a combo breaker ready to go here in case of anything. ASC as well from XY. He's going to have to be careful about he's throwing his blues because after he invests the blue focus, right, he has F1 insurance policy. If you guys don't know, for Liam, he activates F1 while he gets parried. His F1 skill allows for passive of not being able to lose his weapon from parry. Now, Spider does not realize his gold weapon until it's on the ground. So for Spider, finding that 2-on-1, very nicely done. Going for the jump LMB. So to keep the pressure here, maybe forcing out blues, gets caught by a parry. This is going to be a clean uppercut. Wait a second, what's going on here, ASC XY? What are you doing? You're not activating attack. He thought the cooldown was going to be set up here. The F1 investment from his own set. He's going for the crouch LMB pistol shot to try to get the pot shots. We're at F2 status. Spider still has a combo breaker ready to go here. Get rush comes out. Spider really trying to reel this one in. He has F2 still. Gets caught by the RB though. And that's going to be elimination that XY got. It's very careful, man. I thought that man was going to grief himself with that parry.
I mean, might have been him trying to go for the 2-on-1 on the fan. The only difference with a fan compared to any other weapon is you have to let go of the vertical right after you cast. It's a little different, but you know, who knows. But got burst against GG Shaw. Big damage here from GG Shaw into Verse. Gold longsword in hand here for Verse. Trying to see if he can catch the TP and on out. Doesn't let loose any focus attacks. Going right back in with the R&B Minx. Tries to go for the TP parry there. Now catches the prior once again. F called in here for Verse on the Justina. What's going to be the mix up? Trying to play around him. Moving around. R&B Minx overhold. Sends the R&B in the back end. We got the Liam coming in hot here. XY. Picking up elimination for the free. Now GG Shaw against XY this time around. Oh, with a nice extension to the F as well. He's going to pick up 2. And XY now jumps up in the ranks here with 4 eliminations here for game number 2.
Man, just winning 2 kills is the best case scenario. He's got Vermilion Birdsman as well. So he's kind of really, he's sitting pretty with 4 eliminations. He doesn't have any risk of if a 4th party shows up, that he's safe to go here. Fong finding himself against a fight against C225. Akame in the distance here, the Blue Fist Blades. WG Spider arriving to the points here, and he's about to just hang out by the Romy Yang as it entries upon. And I think I heard a ballista. Sean, don't triple check. Yeah, Jushong is on the ballista right now. He shoots a shot against Fong. Fong actually on forced Keelan ultimate. We see it in the distance. Now, Romy Yang depletion still into effect right now between TT25, Akame, and Spider. So they still have to look for the Romy Yang depletion to get rid of by picking up that Soul Bloom. Of course, XY from ASE. Doing work with his gold fan. He's going to be looking to try to go ahead for the flank side. If these guys are trying to find protection from the ballista shots, he's a force alone that could just deny them from living on longer.
XY in the mix. He has the Vermilion Birds, my ass where you mentioned. He can stay as long as he wants here, as long as that buff is online. There's a lot of players, as we see in the mini map. There's tons of players. Spider, Action, XY, Akame, Fong in the back end on the ballista. I believe now starting to move on in. Got Action applying the pressure onto Spider. Spider got a full reset in. So we're going to have to wait and see how he bounces back. We got the second Romy Yang started to form on in as well. And Akame with a minute and counting to try to cleanse that Yang depletion in 2 minutes and 12 seconds for, I believe, T225. Or Spider, sorry, this is Spider, because T225 also has Yang depletion timer on his back. But Chuzong on the Temi. I got aggressed on by Spider. Looks like it's just a little bit of grapple check. Now, we have our second Romy Yang bird coming in hot. For game number 2. No ozone popped in as well. With a minute 50 here for Spider. Trying to see he can stay inside this game. Akame with the fist blades. Laying down some pressure onto Action. Since the R&B focus. Now, the Matawa team is going to invest here for Action. In the back end, we got T225 still trying to cleanse. Starting to move on in. Akame lands low the F in the back end. Now, this could be bad for him. But it looks like he is going to be able to eat up a little more damage off the R&B focus. Big parry there to avoid it now. In the back end, we got another player showing up. It's going to be Spider picking up the elimination with the R&B focus. Who's going to be able to cleanse off of this?
Spider definitely found that one moment in the Soul Bloom pickup, and he's going to be able to get it through. TT25 still rocking Death's Door. Looking to reset by the Romy Yang pass pool. However which way he's going to be looking for. There's the R&B from Exen. Getting elimination against Jishang, going down for this match. This is his first elimination for Exen, by the way. TG5 up against Wufang, though, inside, outside of the Romy Yang portal. After it spawns into the map, you still have like 45 to a minute to make sure you guys can try to fight that out. That was the ultimate coming up from Wufang as Hadi ultimate for TG5 to escape this. Double dash coming out here. There's a triple dash. He can't get the RB. That's unfortunate. Looking for the range shots. Hopefully he can catch it. He finds it. Wufang gets that musket shot, and he's getting himself his first elimination to this match, knocking out with the 4th player getting out of the game. We have 8 players left alive before second Romy Yang gets entered upon.
Hey, he did the double dash tech. He did the double dash tech there to get him out of the gold frame, and it catches the freeze off the second dash. That was clean from Wufang with the musket shot finisher there for the elimination for himself. We got OUG's Mike against DRG's Fong. Mike with the gold longsword in hand also has a blue fan as his secondary weapon. So We see him for game number 1. He goes for the prior with the longsword with the 2 picks. There he goes. He's going to go ahead and grapple into the R&B focus from the fan. Oh, goes times 2. Oh, catches big damage on the corner. Follow up 3 as well. Big damage there off the gold longsword. Oh, he had the terrain in his favor. Catches LMB now. Forcing out this Keelan ultimate. Bong trying to stay alive. He's going to go ahead and respond with a Matari ultimate of his own. Eats up the damage off the 2nd to 3rd as well. Now the F called in. Catches the prior once again. F called in. The backstab mate in the back end now. Bong trying to stay up. Might go ahead and use the 2nd F there to take a quick little reset, and Fong now trying to regress the situation. Gets the damage off the first slash off of this. Now fair hit from Mike, and Fong now he's gonna eat up the damage. He's gonna go ahead and swap to the fan this time around. No.
Yep. That's an insta kill. Go long sword damage, baby. The spiking is crazy. XY trying to do the same thing he tried to do before, but Spider is ready to go for the ultimate. Now XY looks to teleport with the Orc Sword. He's gonna have that flash come through here. He gets caught by the burn. The Orc Sword has missed opportunity there. Spider's gonna be looking for the level 3 stripe. Looking for the swipe for level 2 maybe. Yep, and that's gonna be elimination for XY. That go down. Spider finds a purple weapon. He's gonna have a gold, or not purple weapon, gold armor, I should say. Excuse me. Has himself to pick up the, if I'm not mistaken, have to detach as well. Has, you know, gold pole sword on standby. If he has a crafting hammer for that great sword, Nunnies on the points. You know, and 2-on-1 for the Nunnies. Great opportunity for just quick 1-2-1 damage for a single weapon in hand.
One thing I did see Spider do one time was playing nunchucks with greatsword, and Alpha the uppercut, he swapped on over to the greatsword. Looks like he might be taking this into a pole sword, you know, just the better weapon all around, especially with the overholding charge there with off the 3. I mean, being in full movement, being able to hold 3 charge off a weapon that just does tons of damage, and even if that damage getting nerfed, I mean, it's still so much damage. But Mike now on the Batari. With how many eliminations? 3, 6.5 currently. If OG's Mike, DRG's Fong with 1 on the board, as well as Fong. Spider with 2, XY with 4. Now with Yang depletion timer, as well as Fong. GG Shaw with 2. Burst with 1 in action as well. Now it's gonna be a scrap out between XY and OG's Mike. I keep thinking he's gonna keep swapping to the fan because he caught me earlier with that. Now the sap connection from Mike. Catches jump LMB follow up as well. After it's gonna snag up, I believe, the fallen weapon in the back end. Now it looks like we got more aggression happening here from Mike. Misses the F, but XY is trying to stay up with 4 minutes and counting. We got another player showing up. It's going to be WBG Spider joining the mix as well.
Yeah, and XY having to burn F1 here now, has ultimate to safety net himself, but the kiting is going to have to be immaculate. I mean, it was immaculate before. He's got to watch out after throwing that 1.0 release with that whole pole sword. So now it comes down to using ultimate. Mike's looking to try to go for this toothpick as much as often he can. There's the RB from the forehead and looking for the F2. No sword teleport. Mike is going to be disengaging here as Spider is able to catch his kill elimination here for the teleport, but that White Tiger's prowess comes in from Mike with the LMB, and that's going to be hitting off Spider, who finds that Soul Bloom pickup. This is between both Romy Yang winners. Mike, Spider coming through here with that long sword. Has ultimate ready to go. Hottie's going to disengage. Spider just saying, nah, I'm just going to go ahead and back off here. That gold fan was also picked up, if I'm not mistaken, on hand. So both of these guys are stacked up with their minds. 7 players left alive into this lobby, and we still have fights over by the Misty Forest.
Yeah, Fong needs to try to get active here with 2 minutes and 50. Trying to cleanse his Yang depletion timer. Eats up the damage verse there in the back end from Fong's R&B focus there from the fist blades. Now, continuing his aggression onto Verse. Verse on the Justina still has that ult online. GG Shaw knows this player is desperate. This player is getting way too active right now. Maybe Yang depletion timer as we see him. Quick little reset here for Fong. GG Shaw with the gold halberd is going to be able to do tons of damage onto these players with that weapon rarity. Action on the Matari. It's like he might get a little bit of this aggression sent his way. Fong still playing in the outskirts here on the side of this terrain. It's going to be a little bit tricky. R&B, aerial R&B there for action off the purple fan. With 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Trying to see he can get someone lobbied. He can snag up a Soul Bloom to stay inside his game. Verse still lurking in the shadows. GG Shaw cuts line of sight and noise. So he's going to wait this out as well. He does not want to be the prior aggressor in this situation. And Fong still trying to chase down Mike now in the back end with Fong as well. Looks like the aggression might be going towards Mike's way now.
Yeah, now Fong's going to be looking to try to force out the ultimate from Mike. Mike disengages. Has not a lot of armor to work around with. Hopefully he found an advance off the body early on, hopefully, because with Fong going on this engagement route towards his tower, everyone wants to take Feather Lake's tower for just a kiting pathing within Just like any tower, like the one in Council Courtyard in Morrisau, which we'll see next round, most likely. Hopefully, the team might get that reset that he's looking for. He did have that advance he'll pick up from the body, so he's looking to try to go ahead and keep cutting with the long, but the zone is closing in here. He's locked in. Fong is making sure Mike has no turnaround route for this. He can use the V2 teleport if he has any, but it looks like he may have run out using F2. Fong is on the chase, and we see the ballista being used. Shaw, the griefer, he's going ahead and trying to shoot out Fong. He stops the chase. And now everyone who's behind Fong can look for the kill for him while he's looking for the kill against Mike.
Yeah, this could be back here for Fong. He has oh, that's his last dash, I believe. Yeah, there it is. Goes for the jumping Lemmy in the back end. Cavalry moved up for Verse. Mike, very low in the situation. Manages to escape. Goes through the roof side there, making sure he stays up. But Fong with 43 seconds, very desperate in the situation. Cavalry Bloom out. Mike's going to fall. Who's going to pick up the Soul Bloom? Fong does not. He does pick up the Soul Bloom. He's safe, and now he can get out of this situation. And people are trying to pick up the resources from that body, from Mike's body, and I can't believe Fong just snags up the bloom for the free right there. Does manage to cleanse that Yang depletion timer as we see it, and now still back in the mix. Action, another Batari in this game. Spider with a crazy inventory right now is going to snag up the gold longsword off of Mike's body as well. Has gold fan, also gold pole sword in his inventory. I mean, I think he's fully gold kitted out right now.
Yeah, you know, the one thing too is that's a lot of mitigation range shades, I'll be honest, but he has it all for the mitigation itself, the changes. It was kind of crazy how Fong invested all his stamina, all his energy, everything in hand, and then all of a sudden no one stops him. He found that Sobel and pick up on all those rolls. So this extensive spite out. We have Moonbane here for the second to last. We still have one last Moonbane to be spawned in. Gonna have a replay coming out here. GG Shaw versus TTG5. This is first from Yang, by the way. We see GG Shaw go for the cannon shots in the face value against TTG5. This might be an enforced investment for the F2 from T2 to 5, for an ultimate, I should say. I mean, he's dropping from the sky. GG Shaw for the F2 has ultimate. He can extend this right there for the extension of range and goes for F2 number 2. This is on ultimate cast, so he has 2 Fs. He goes for the teleport for the R&B. So has 1 to each for the ability cast. He has enough time to heal here as TT5 looking for a stagger to deny the heal. No line of vision means he can't teleport, so GG Shaw takes the time just backing off here, forcing TT5 from his corner for this Matari ultimate. We got 5 seconds left on this ultimate here as GG Shaw has to invest this heavily. There's the R&B. He has himself the F2. He catches F2 into the LMB, uppercut, jump LMB. He catches that. That's going to be GG Shaw's victory in the Romy Yang, as he fights out X in here. And another replay moment here early on, 4 minutes prior to the Romy Yang. He catches 5, he catches 6 jump LMBs in a row.
Jump LMB, jump LMB. Yeah, y'all been waiting for one of those, man. We get it on the replay, which is so cool. We get to see it, but now in the mix, GG Shaw gonna get a lot of aggression thrown his way. Drops 2 blocks of that purple armor, pretty much. Now Burrs trying to get active. LMB Prowl there for GG Shaw into Burrs. Burrs gonna go ahead and invest at Justina F into a nice ship pair there. Big damage onto GG Shaw. Gonna be forced to pop the ultimate. Gets caught off the F dash there, and he is gonna fall. And Burrs picking up another one on the board for himself. Everybody's gonna start scattering out but Burrs picking up all the resources there from the body in the back end. We still got Fong, Spider, Action, and Burrs. We're missing 1 player for the top 5 of game number 2. White Tiger's power is still up here for Burrs, so he is going to be getting that health tech back. Oh, I see it's Wu Fong. Fong is still in the mix. We see Random Bane spawning, DRG spawning, trying to pick up a little more resources. Burrs reads it pretty quickly, so now the aggression is going to go towards his way. Burrs can do all this while taking that health back, so he can't get active, but Fong's going to go ahead and Bane serve. He's going to eat up the damage on the Bane, I believe. No, he does not. He stays up. I thought he got clipped there for a second with the Cavalry Blooms on the purple dual blades. Nice cannon shots there for Wufong. Oh, he has the martial art jade as well. So he's been able to do tons of damage. He has the opportunity to let that go. And if now, Action, a little bit of pressure going towards his way, but Fong looks like he has the whole lobby focused him currently.
Yeah, got 4 grapples on hand, so he's got to keep fighting into the Igneous Mound. Hope to find grapples along the way. He finds 1 versus finds the R&B, though. That's going to be ultimate from the Keelan. Now he's safe here. You know, no one wants to take the fight. It is going to be a Moonbane the turn, so if someone decides to go into that building, Fong has to be RNG'd the heck out. And it looks like he's safe from any Moonbane strike. I'm Catholic cursing him on purpose. Listen. Fong has himself here with gold armor. The amount of value coming into this point for his slashes is now dilapidated. There's not a lot of targets for him to line up for. They are all hiding. They know he's chasing around here. Now his ultimate is done. So with Fong having to look into just keep kiting, here's going to be just for rage per second of value. He's got the purple halberds to go, or purple dual blades to be on hand. So with Kablu on standby. We'll have to see. Spider has Phoenix Blast, that gold longsword, and as well as Verse on the back line with those dual halberds. There should be a tier list for players, or not players. There should be a tier list for the weapon selections of what does the most amount of damage with the skill set it like requires for S tier being for hard. Because longsword, you get the toothpick and you set up the 2-on-1 for the toothpick. You saw how Mike tried to do it into the Roman Yang. There's also the extension you can do with him with that choice with Matari. That would be nuts if we could get a chance to see in the fight. It's going to be a slim to none picking, so outside of Roman Yangs, but it will be something to showcase where the potential of one weapon can create in a short amount of a neutral that you can capture with just the F skill, and then you could just set that one up.
Yeah, I think for Worlds, we kind of do have those stats on the site. It usually says like what's the most picked weapon. So this time around, if it's not hasn't changed for the last previous 2 years, might have that new information for everybody as well. So it's always something good to look out the stats there for Worlds. And even if you go back and to the Worlds page, I'm pretty sure that information is still up. If anybody's curious, I think everything is in there besides fist blades. So still, you know, obviously, if you know how strong the fist blades is, you can kind of just calculate that on your own and how much, you know, yeah, especially right now with the bi-weeklies as well. You can see how many players prefer the fist blades as well. They have I mean, we saw in the bi-weekly finals, we even saw common fist blades being in inventories just to have, just with how well they were, but they were in a different patch. And now we're still seeing them in blue rarities out. But Fong found himself a nice little area here. Make sure he can just wait out this end circle. Verse wanted to catch the R&B focus there off the halberds. Full aggression. Fong on the top side here. We got some pressure flying on in from two players, Action and Spider, I believe, with the cannon. Trying to see if they can get some sorts of damage onto these players. And it looks like Verse is going to opt to take a quick reset here to top off that gold armor. Spider, go ahead and repair that cannon shot, or that cannon. Wu Fong as well is going to wait this out. Got Fawn dropping 2 blocks of that gold armor. Oh my god, that was a crazy headshot. I don't know if it was a headshot, but that was a crazy bow shot from downtown there from the top left-hand side onto Fong. And Fong now drops very low. This could be bad for him. It looks like the aggression might be going towards his way, but Spider eats up a little bit of damage in the corner and the back end. Versus well starting to move on in. Fong still not offering to take a quick reset, and he does not want to draw the attention towards him fully. And he's doing a really good job so far. He has the Jade to try to cut out most of his range presence, but if someone spots him with a lock key, they are going to be able to see his health and how low it is.
Yeah, and Spider now in a bad spot, man. He got caught into that parry, got caught into the attack, lost his longsword, lost his hopes and dreams. He's going to have to go ahead and try to go ahead for the reset with his advanced heal as he took it from Mike's body. And now he's looking to try to heal this up over the course of this fight. Fong still can't get any heals off. He's not allowed because of how much range shots were going to come his way. And now he gets caught by Spider in his vicinity. This could work out for Spider tremendously. I mean, he got caught to a parry, force ultimate. Now he got elimination. That's Fong out of the game. There's going to be a chance for the whole lobby to target him. Now that he has no ultimate, he's the only hottie in the game. He's going to have to really look towards this opportunity because Matari can just look for the yoink here as Wu Fong is on the top floor of this end game circle. We got a minute left. Both swords in hand. F2 investment for Wu Fong for the Justina versus right behind looking for F2 from Exon as he catches Spider with the R&B. That's 3 eliminations for Spider in 4th place. We still got 3 players left to go here into this final moment.
Beautiful positioning here from Action as well throughout this whole end game. Make sure he stays on the high ground. With Fong and Verse did have a little bit of poke hits there on the bottom side of this cliff. Action just maintaining his position here, letting loose these R&B focuses off the fan. Verse, Fong, Action, Matari, Keelan, and Justina. Oh, 2 Justinas, my fault. 2 Justinas and 1 Matari. Fong now. Go ahead and drop down. We got an ult investment, I believe, from a Matari or from the Justina. Verse trying to use a dash to stay up high. He's going to use the grapple, the body up there to get the high ground. Now Wufong's investing the ultimate on the bottom hand side, and the top side Action gets clipped. The freeze does not connect. The Matari after investment goes for the TP. The freeze connects this time around. Verse drops very low. The Action is going to pick up the elimination, and Wufong as well picks up the elimination onto Action. And what a final moments there. And Wufong now with back-to-back end circles now here for tonight, making sure he stays up in those last and final moments of the games. And he is going to be taking this MVP as well here for game number 2.
Very hard-earned MVP after last round and catching 2nd, losing out to C. Game 3 starts. My name's Severi alongside with C8. We're going to go into this with hopefully some scrap-offs off the rip.
Hopefully. We see a comment. Looking to try to get active on the Matari already. Trying to chase down a player, but in the cave, we have T225 against Wufong. Wufong now with the common unease. T225 with no weapon, trying to come in high here with the smacks. Does not catch the first one, catches the second there. Gonna go ahead and snag up a dagger, but it's a little bit too late. And Wufong is gonna pick an elimination in the first one of game number 3.
Yeah, and that's going to be Jichang. Going to be looking to try to go ahead and try to kite this around his staff. He's gotten chased out here by Pace with a blue halberds, would say, spacing out, making sure he can try to get into that stanchion mode. Hopefully to get a scare rush here. I'm not sure he's going to be trying to go ahead and fight that one out. He's going to look to loot up the Jades inside, but guess who's looking in here? Verse, catching himself with that arm with the fan and try to go for the second one. He's not going to attempt it. Backing off here. F2 from Atari is not going to line up here. That rectangular building is really doing work. Pulling up the area. What is the formula for area here for rectangle? Who knows? Because Chisheng is just going ahead on the borders and making this his own perimeter.
You got to be real careful. Does manage to catch a common armor swap, but there's tons of players around trying to stay up on the Keelan right now. Still laying down tons of pressure onto Pace this time around. F called in for the Matardi, weaves it though. Still trying to stay up. Beautiful movement there from Chuzong. Now taking up to the skies. Going to be avoiding a lot of damage as well. F invested there from the Hottie, making everybody on cooldown so far. GG Shaw taking a quick reset in the back end. Chuzong still fairly weak there off the white health. SS1's Pace on the Akos running that F1 this time around. We don't have an F2 like Fong did for game number 1, but this is the standard Akos FXY picking elimination onto DRG's Fong. He is going to fall for that. GG Shaw eating up a little bit of damage there from Pace, and it looks like First and Jasong might be going at it on the bottom right hand side of this area so far, but no eliminations are going towards anybody's way.
Yeah, they're going to be keeping themselves cool and calm and collected. They got a lot of Tros to loot out here.
Yeah.
Shishan making sure he can get his green Tros ready on station just to get blue rarity J's, maybe attack, maybe mitigation, right? That's usually where you're going to see mitigation coming through here for just, hello. The 1 + 1 = 2, right? But everything kind of comes out towards mitigation just to keep yourself in the fight for a little bit longer. Wufong, though, finds himself towards the west side of the Jade Pond, gets himself the fifth place. Mike on the purple longsword, though, catches it out. Wufong looking to try to go ahead for the reinitiate, gets caught by the RMBs. Now Mike is going to look to try to see about this Force Hottie ultimate. Wufong ready on the offensive, trying to go ahead for the close gap. He's making sure if it comes down to it, he'll catch a level 2 or even a level 3 swing. And Mike, he knows to create that distance off the rip. He's got 7 grapples now. He's going to look to try to go and repossess this into his own hands. He's got 75% rage so far. So if he tries to take this into play, it's going to be his best notion so far.
And we see him quickly rear-aggressive Wufong. No ult zone pump from Wufong. Great play for him, knowing that the Keelan might have that ult online. Now it's a neutral battle. Mike does not want to scrap off in that no ult zone. He does not have to. 10% left on that raise for him to get that ult online. Wufong playing right inside that no ult zone. Mike takes a quick little reset, going right back in. Third reset here for both of these players. Now Overholder doesn't let loose this time around. He was sending those 1.0s earlier. Now Clint comes in for both players. No problem yet so far. Mike fishing for that LNB R&B. Now Clint comes in. Pistol shots going in here for Wufong. Wayne is out. Trying to respond with some damage. Quick little reset once again. It's a battle of the resets currently here for both of these players now. He's going to send the dash LNBs. Pistol shot connects to the back end. We have another player showing up to the partner. It's going to be DRG's Fong. And he is on that last life for this game. So he needs to be real careful not to get third party or get full focus, I should say, in this situation.
Yeah, it's a Matara versus Hottie versus Kylan, and this Forbidden Seal is around 30 seconds in. We still have a couple of seconds left before it dissipates here. F2 investment here from Wufong. That's his combo Ricker. Mike can find this extension for the R&B blue focus. There's going to be a chance here. 15 seconds left for the Forbidden Seal. Wufong just trying to get himself out of here in case he needs to back off. He's got ultimate ready to go here and backing through, but Matara's going to be the biggest threat. There's the R&B. There's the F1 investment from Mike. He's got ultimate cast coming through here, and that's DRG Fong looking to try to invest into the chase against X1's Wufong. He's going to have these fist plays doing a lot of chunky damage. Guess who's here? XY from ASC. Guess Kai and Wufong look to the invest F2, and he's backing off here, and he could use his ultimate to escape, but who knows? Mike is just keeping that pressure on my hand.
Yeah, he's going to wait out for that Hottie to pop that ultimate to respond with an ultimate of his own. Now, using this Ballista Tower as movement ground for everybody. Wufong investing that Hottie ultimate as we see it already. XY quickly catching it as well. I believe another player was weak in the back end. Not sure who that was. Did see somebody with no armor left. Wufong's going to use his ult to disengage from the situation, but Mike already spotted him. He's full grappling in as well. Wufong trying to full grapple out, but Mike has not been able to catch an elimination so far. We still have some scrap offs inside the zone right now. Kame taking out GG Shaw. Chuzong going at it against Pace. Keelan ultimate online for Chuzong, eating up a lot of damage, so this could be bad for him inside the zone. Each slice takes some of that white health, and the white health ticking from this zone as well. He is going to be eliminated to the zone, as I just mentioned.
Yeah, and then one thing coming out here, I'm very curious. We're still taking these fights in the Mohe's and Maven. I don't know. It comes to this places of interest coming through. Pesto taking up a lot of damage. F2 investment for the second time. He's got teleport ready to go for the V2, but that is it. That is G. Akame looking to try to go for the Clinks, looking for the RMBs. There it is. Don't take damage. Akame finds his second elimination and finds that blue armor. You know, Shushong really going in without healing ultimate. I mean, even with the healing guard, I mean, he knows that if he strikes an enemy, he gets heal back. But a single target doesn't heal as much as you lose. And since he's going to be fully invested into that, he wouldn't have time to activate the vitality. Now, Spider, Mike, inside of the Romyang field of play, hoping to see whether or not one's going to entry upon the other. It's going to be a minute timer before that one opens up. Now for Spider, looking for the RB, finds that nice parry. Mike is going to get caught by a double RB blue focus. Of course, backing away here for some reset. Cannon shots coming from Spider with a common cannon. Most importantly, there's going to be the RB. There's a fist blade, avoids it. Looks for the jump LMB, looks for the crouch LMB. Might be coming out here for those horizontals, and there's another vertical coming in from Spider again with that fist or with the longsword. Fist plate's coming out to work here. Mike catching it. There it is. Auric Sword gets avoided. Oh my goodness! Ahead of the anticipation there, has himself to look for the V2. You got to remember this. Spider is using V2 by the way, so he cannot get the Auric Sword to land into a field of play. This is a surprise to Mike. He backs off. He's like, I don't want to try to contest that.
Yeah, he fully disengages off the situation. Just let Spider take the round with 8 seconds and counting. And one thing I've been trying to figure out all week, to the bi-weekly finals, there was waiting to take the round. Yes. I'm not sure what was that for. I don't know. Do you know why there was waiting to take the round? I mean, Spider's waiting for it there, but
free roam. I mean, for duration, they're trying to see how long they can last and just catching the last room. And if it comes out, they don't miss it. It is what it is. If they're highly looted, they definitely want to wait for it, right? Because Mike, for instance, he's blue armor, blue weapon. He's got no blue weapons whatsoever in his kit. He needs to take the round because he wants to take that fight, even regardless against others who might be in the same point. It's more about the ratio. It's all about the math. He's just trying to calculate the, shout the coach if there is one, to make sure that Mike is like take the realms into that point, because they're trying to calculate how much that comes down towards someone who needs to take that fight as well as his own, and it just comes down to skill versus skill. Now, leading into this, Spider is waiting the entire duration and seeing about entering realm late. So you can see every other player here, FPX versus X1, About versus KLA, they are just trying to get that last second entry and just hoping to see about the hopeful entrance of no opponents whatsoever.
We got Spider against Mike once again. This is like the 5th time tonight. Massive arrow parry there from Spider's gonna go ahead and pop the R&B focus off of this. Thought he was gonna pop the F, avoids the F there from the Keelan. Now LB Prog called in there from Mike, but Spider now is gonna use his F to avoid the full damage off of this. Gets the splash damage off the cannon. Now the Liam ultimate is gonna be invested. This is Pokeball now. Mike's gonna go ahead and respond with a Keelan ultimate. Nice weave there to avoid the first slash there off that Keelan. Oh, trying to catch him, does not manage to do so. The Pokeball, one Pokeball down, still with one online. What's going to be the mix-up here for Spider? Is going to delay the wake-up now, playing around these pillars, winning this out. Catches the Scale Rush? No. Still does not be able to catch the Prowl. Catches him in a Pokeball. What's going to be the mix-up off of this? Since I'm inside the zone or inside the sky, doesn't get a lot of damage off of it, but still some. Now, full combo here from Mike off the fist blades. Overholding, big pair here for Spider, and this turns the fight around now. Oh, Mortar Defiance here for Mike, staying up. That was his elimination, but Spider now has to regress the aggression onto Mike.
Yeah, you're looking for cannon shots to the pillar. I was waiting for the first one, but second one strikes out here. That's going to be the case. Spider launching him up to the sky, but the combo breaker was up. He didn't, with the timing of the cooldowns and seeing how it come through. He still got the elimination gold longsword now and a gold spear or purple spear on standby. But actually not going to pick it up? Question mark? Hey, yo, what are we doing on here, man? We're going to leave that spear behind? Because, I mean, we're looking for the staff, right? We're looking for the extension with the V2. Yeah, okay. And we pick up the buff, too. He almost walked out without a buff, too.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Spider was like, wait a second, I'm playing the game. I forgot. All right, he is outside the roam. Mike is outside the Romyang. There's the R&B release. It's going to be 600 damage coming out from the one blue focus alone. There's another horizontal. Now goes all his armor. He's at 500. Jump LMB, jump LMB, jump LMB. Mike just goes down completely. He knew he couldn't contest that. My Spider's like, all right, no problem. 3 eliminations. We take those. And that actually puts him above Wufong for this game. We still have Wufong in the game. He's a 0.1 difference right below his opponent. 23k gold so far for Spider. Just look to invest that.
As soon as I gotta turn down my digital vibrance. I thought it was Mortar Defiance, but we had a look at his Jades earlier. He did not have any gold Jades going into the Romyang. But my vibrance is so high, I thought he still had held back. So that's what I said, Mortar Defiance. But action now against Wufong. How to beat Justina. Action on the Justina this time around. 3 minutes off that Yang depletion time. We're trying to cleanse off of Wufong's body right now. WBG, KLA, and FPX, all with Vermilion's Bird's Might buff currently. Action. Still trying to apply the pressure here. Ooh, 1-2 off the grapple bump, overholding. Now another player showing up. It's going to be Spider again. Spider has been in a complete demon time for this game with 3 eliminations so far. Now, swapping his attention on Wufong to be able to catch a common armor swap. Cannon shots flying on in here from Spider. Common cannon can still do tons of damage off that burn tick. As we see now, action in the scrap off in the backside. Spider, the third-party aggressor. Looks like the Hottie Ultimate might come online pretty soon for one of those players. And there it is, Wufong being the first one. The Pokeball does not connect so far for Spider. Now with one more ult online here for Spider. Full chasing down action. Oh, catches him in the Pokeball. What's gonna be the mix-up? Back up. I have him in the ball. Back up with the RB focus here from Spider. Mix up the elimination onto action. And that looks so goofy there.
Yeah, it's because everyone can see what's happening when that person gets caught into that orb. Xen goes down, and then Spider's just like, yo, back up away from me. He's like a mediator, but in reality, he's the one who's smacking. And then Spider gets caught through here and hopeful for a chase, potentially from Verse. Now, this is gold weapon from Verse. Aqua's ult V2 pounds avoidance. Gets caught by the LMB uppercut. RMB doesn't get an opportunity because of terrain with the wall. Now Spider turns this around. Guess who's back with the pulse sword? RMB release. Spider gets himself with the RMB, backs away, makes sure he anticipates the F1. Very nicely done. RMB for the pulse sword. Wufong misses it completely, unfortunately, but the horizontal release cannot work here for the terrain advantage here for Verse, and he is going in within all these blues. He finds a parry. Oh, but Wufong finds the elimination. Verse is burned. We see Verse is probably potentially going to salty spawn here. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be a good chance, dog. I don't think he's going to do it. Yeah.
You should just count his blessings. Reposition. Play somewhere else. Second round can, reposition for another gate. Spider and T225. Top side cliff of the Celestia Temple. Side T225 be holding on to this pass for the time being. Wufong still in the mix in the back end. We do see him repicking up his purple armor as well. So we go ahead and scale back up there in the armor department. Chuzong waiting this out on the Keelan. And this is a little side thought, but I've seen the dragon kill announcement thing that lays on the trobe once you get elimination. And I also noticed that's the same one that is on Charka's star skin, and then if you look at Keelan on this skin, the red skin, he has I don't know if it's a dragon as well, but he has some sort of creature on his shoulder as well. So I would love to see like all these creatures or whatever you want to call them, become kill tropes. That'd be cool because they look sick already. I mean, hey,
having there's the familiars. Yeah, if the familiars like have an inception onto the field of play, that'd be sick. Like Walda, man, I've been wanting Walda to get a familiar spawn coming through here. Man, so much.
I think she got one right now with the new skin that just got put in today. She has a white dragon.
Yeah, the Function Chronicles coming through here. Will draw, the cop one negative frames. Walda has been the frame one person that I've been able to play, and I've been enjoying her. And she's still looking for a niche here into the metas, but we'll have to see how she ends up going through. Shout out to Valdez. But Verse taking Romy Yang, T225, gold weapons, gold purple armors. This is going to be a 5-2 mitigation between Akos as well as up against for Verse because he needs this elimination. But CG5 with the Leon, clean with it.
I was clean there. Now, Akos ultimate invested for Verse. Catches the first leap, second leap as well. LMB to the jump LMB, waiting out for this Liam ult. Now, T225, it's going to eat the damage off the V2. Trying to wait this out. You can go ahead and create the space. Now, messes up a little bit on his Liam F there, but now recatching the problem is going to be Verse with the V2 extension there off the uppercut. Now, he gets caught up. What's going to be the mixer here for T225? He's going to be able to catch off of this. TP's back. Doesn't even go for the full damage off of it. Now, since the LMB focus, jump LMB, RMB follow up, F1 called in, F called in for the Liam as well. John's very low, tries to cancel it, catches the 1-2, Verse overholding, no, catches the problem once again. Now T225 can go for the 1.0 off the Hung Sword. That's big damage now. Scare Rush connects as well. Now T225 turning his fight around, doesn't go for the uppercut, but still finding elimination. And that was a close one there for T225. Now we got Chazong against XY and the other Romo Yang.
Yeah, in this fight, XY has himself caught by the toes to the nose move. Shashang spamming it back and forth. We're going to do it a third time, are we? No, we 1-2-3 though. Shashang sees XY. He's going to hunt him down here. XY still has V1 ultimate to go here. There's a horizontal that's going to be the F1 release coming in from the Keelan. As the slash comes out, there's going to be a hold check. There it is. Going to be one release for the aerial, well, not the aerial Ren, but like for the rending slash. There's that V2 that we so hope to have, especially against the Keelan. Now it comes down to case. The Keelan guard is done. Xianwan is going to be coming through here for the uppercut attempts. He's got no more dash. He's got F2 and a pistol shot. It's all that's needed. Shang finds the elimination, gets himself the gold armor, gets himself the gold weapon. And to make mention, through this Romy Yang, I mean, Jishang just was like, Justina is kind of his hyperactive, competitive partner to go up against, considering she can dash through him, but he can iframe through the dash. Like I was testing it with Hypernova in the past, where how much value comes out towards, crossing guards with a Justina and just avoiding the slash by hitting her, like just shooting it straight towards her. And some Keelans nowadays are finding more opportunities, just looking to try to avoid that. And it works out in their favor as well, just because then he can just slash right afterwards and he's catching it. But he got Mortal Defiance, though. Shang's going to be impossible to kill. Mortal Defiance on top of that, man. And on top of the proc that he gets that 300 heal back, he can just exit into Keelan guard and then pop. Hopefully not, but he won't be so heavily caught out where he's with his pants down. Pause.
Imagine if Keelan had a goal state. He'd be so crazy. That would be so insane. Like, if you hold for like a 3 charge, it becomes gold. That would be crazy.
That's a hot fix. That's
yeah,
hot fix for me.
that is 100% a hot fix. That would be insane. Like, it would be perma 3 charge holds for every killing. Just everybody just holding that gold frame. And so I don't even want to think about it, especially in the trios too. Yeah, nah, that would be insane.
That right there. See, I'm not saying this out of spite for V1, but V1 is underutilized by the case because there's a reason for it. At the same time, if players in solos use V1, it's mainly just to go for those quick 1.0 slashes and then baiting out players on the ground. The only threat, though, and this is the biggest threat, it's when targets go in the air. Then you're investing your horizontal slashes in a not so fun manner of fashion, because you can't hold, right? You can't hold your slash to anticipate for the tap dodges. That's what everyone's going to be anticipating. This man just goes through.
Spider catches the Pokeball into the stun off the side, and Fong is gonna fall off of this. And that is super unfortunate there for DRG's Fong. You do not want to be caught up with this. I've seen it in Zero Bands. I actually saw it a little earlier. I was watching someone streaming some Zero Bands that got caught up with a Pokeball and got hit into the sides. And now we see it in the Pro League right here. Fong being eliminated in the worst way possible, not being able to play the video game. Is out of game number 3, but it looks like Wolfong's going to eat up a lot of damage here. Is going to be forced to pop his ultimate as well, and T225 is going to be the first one on the chase.
Dude, it's tough. That's rough, tough, man. And there's like 3 plaques here to kind of work off of, so if they take it to the zone, but there's not going to be a case. That one plaque, the one possible moment, and Wolfong just slammed the table at that point. Wolfong, though, man, he's still getting the game. He's still got a chance of escaping this, but no, he's not. But Verse is definitely going to be looking for the chase down. He's got 2 minutes on the Romy Yang depletion. He's got Akos on standby, 7 grapples, got the Hong Sword to work through after his first loss here in Romy Yang. Hopefully he doesn't have to go up against his opponent again, but who has to seek that one out when it's, to get rid of the Romy Yang depletion? Because it's also XY here. ASC, from Team ASC, I should say, has that Romy Yang depletion for that one elimination. These guys are going toe-to-toe in terms of just trying to stay alive into this round. Endgame Circle is looking to lead out towards this side of the map where there's a lot of buildings to kind of kite around here, trees to not scale rush off of, but grapple against and just trying to go off of in terms of keeping high ground for the endgame circle. We're really leading down towards the southern end of this part of the map, so that might just give a little bit more congruency for this rift of the valley.
DXY. 2 minutes and counting. Needs to see if he can pick up a Soul Bloom somehow. Verse. The gold Hong Sword in hand on the Akos. Trying to see if there's anybody playing around this area. Just checking. Does know some sort of players are in this area with a minute left. It's not the way you want to be taken out of the game. Yang depletion timer is so depressing. Can't do anything about it. It's the risk you take for going inside round. He does spot T2 to 5. He has to get aggressive pretty soon. He knows with 45 seconds and counting, might not be the best idea to give up a kill right now. Has around 30 seconds to try to pick up elimination. And with the level of how high these players play, it's very rough to try to take out somebody as instantly as 30 seconds. But XY and Spider picking off the Justina off his fellow Liam in the back end. You see him here laying out some cannon shots onto XY, and XY is going to be forced to pop the Justina ultimate with a minute left on his Yang depletion timer. This could be bad here for XY. Tons of pressure happening his way. Catches a freeze onto Verse. Aqua's ultimate invested here for Verse with 10 seconds remaining. Just has to count his blessings inside the zone, I believe, and there it is. He is going to be not giving up this kill onto anybody in the field so far. And now we are seeing we're going to have a little bit of aggression in the back end there from XY. Trying to get the soul boom. Oh my God, what a care package there. Bro, oh my God, there's no way. There is no way XY with the crazy play, but now he has 2 players on his show, and Spider being the first one on the scene.
Man, I got Spider on a dime right here, but look at the F2 coming through from Akame. He's trying to go for the Sagger here. You know, XY was very preemptive in just going for that chase, but the zone tick damage, man, that is nasty. And now he's going to have the repercussions. He's staying alive. Yeah. Now it's up to Case Scenario. He gets caught by a burn. That's it. GG. So cannon shots coming out here. Once that burn tick goes out here, one more cannon shot, but that's not even going to be necessary. Akame gets that last hit confirmation. F2 comes out to get to the skybound motion as motions are to be occurred. As Akame has fist blades too, 8 grapples, another cannon shot, another rupture gill burn. Not fun. And this is going to be top 5 players left on the board. Spider contesting first place against Wufang. Wufang still really close behind, but T225 here with 2 eliminations, 3 for Akame, 1 for Shishang. And it's really going to come down towards how much aggression is going to be coming out towards one player here. We got 6 minutes left on the clock. We still got a Moonbane to be spawned in here in just a moment. And it's going to be whether or not this is going to deter every single one of these players from the spawns. Who knows?
Goes for the raw uppercut there from the dagger. Catches it onto Akame. Akame now trying to scatter on out. Sends a little bit of damage towards Chazong in the back end. TP, R&B, but no. Big parry from Chazong into the elimination as well. That was a crazy read from Chazong. Now, in this situation against T225, has the Keelan ultimate on the line that he needs it. T225 and a mixed Spider as well. Chazong now overholding Sinstar. Nunchuck meter burns, gonna get punished for it. Has to have to stay safe. Still trying to apply the pressure. Is gonna go ahead and invest the Keelan ultimate this time around. Now it's gonna take a little bit of damage onto Spider. Spider's gonna go ahead and weave the second one, trying to stay up off of this situation. Wufang in the back end as well. Gonna go ahead and choose Spider off the bunch here to get an aggro on, but T225 has his eyes to Chazong. Nice overholding there in the corner to get some sorts of damage and siphon back there onto T225, and Spider is right back into the mix, and it's not looking too great here for Chazong. He might be going down pretty soon.
He's going to kite this one out for the Moonbane here as much as he can. I mean, one thing is to lead out someone to knock him back into the Moonbane with a horizontal from the dagger, right? So he keeps him to that propelled motion. He can't do anything unless they're going to burn the F, but there's going to be T225 keeping that aggression. There's the F1, there's the parry mode. Pistol shot to the pistol shot coming out here from T225. The Moonbane's going to kill him out. More to the finals, we saw that from the Romy victory. He occurred to have Chishang still keeping himself into the fight and hopefully to have that scare rush in motion. There it is. He finds that tree branch. T225 still keeping that chance of chasing this one down and looking towards all this kiting, right? Chishang scare rushes with the dagger. He knows where to go through with it. Shang has F1 again. Careful notion. Gets parried. Has it. F1 right the nick of time, but Shishang still gets caught by the RBs, and there's a release. No hit confirmation yet. He just living here as long as no third party comes through. You know, I'm cast cursing it. Cannon shots come out here. Shishang gets caught by that breath for Gill burn. There's going to be enough chances here for that horizontal from Spider. 6 eliminations so far. 3 players left.
That's some beautiful kiting there from Chazong, though. Super unfortunate. Just so much pressure in the back end. Now Spider against Wufang. Spider with a gold longsword. F called in to avoid the LB focus there from Wufang. We'll go ahead and rescare, rush out the window, trying to create the space. T225 in the back end. Fellow Liam, I need some help. Help me. But no, the LB focus sends into the Dragon's Roar there from T225. Big damage there onto Spider. Pistol shot connects there for T225 as well. And Spider now trying to kite this out. Scare rushes up. Now, the tension's towards Spider's way, and Wufang picking the elimination, and Spider's gonna fall off of this now in a 1v1 situation. Oh, almost on line for T225, but he's gonna get parried off of this. F to stay safe this time around. Proc comes in off the Nunchucks. Gold Nunchucks for the Dragon's Roar, and now it's a battle over Titans here. 1v1, T225 against Wufang. Who's gonna take this scenario?
Man, there's gonna be an ultimate from Liam here in 3, 2, 1. F2 comes out to the investment. T225 has to be careful about this. Pistol shot to the pistol shot. Little pot shots here and there. It works a million miles, you know. And there's gonna be the horizontal. Obviously, a lot of blue focuses coming out from Wufang, and there's gonna be a horizontal block extreme. Goes for that meter dump again, and that's gonna be Wufang possibly losing the ultimate. T225 looking to invest the pistol shot here. Tries to line it up. No proximity damage coming from that tree shot from the base of the trunk. Now Wufang is risking for the biscuit. Stormstrike can kill him here if he's got to be careful about this. It's gonna be another chance for those burns. If he gets it, yeah, it's great, but he's got to be careful. He's got to take the time to reset. He has no resources. Never mind. He ain't got nothing in his pockets. No change. Sorry, sir. I gotta go to the next person. Wufang has to be careful about using his F2 here because this is all T225's demise. There's the parry. There's a F2 investment. Wufang on 1 HP has himself the armor powders heals, but will he have enough time to activate that when T225 just pushes it into place with his ultimate?
Yeah, and there it is, the all into the final R&B there from T225 to clear up shop here for game number 3, winning it out. And man, it's rough for Spider. I mean, he is gonna be taking, I believe, possibly first. Even I'm not. I don't remember how many T225 had currently right now. Yeah, so he is gonna be taking first. Yeah, but even from the bi-weekly finals and until tonight as well, he hasn't been able to, close out these games and being the last one standing to get that chunky multiplier. But still, he's putting up a lot of eliminations on the board. We saw this in the bi-weekly final as well, that he got those 6 eliminations and does get taken out.
Would be there, but it may not. Who knows? Game 4 starts. Let's take a look and see whether or not TT25, Spider, they're both looting up here as we begin this round.
WBG, Spider, crazy game 3, now in game 4. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some resources. We've got GG Shaw against DRG's Fong. GG Shaw with no weapon again. He's gonna eat up the damage off the R&B there from Fong. And that's just super important. Is that back to back? Did he get caught up in the cave last game too?
Yes. Got smacked.
That's not what you're hoping for your off drop fights. But OUG's Mike to come out fairly stacked now on the top side of the cliff. DRG's Fallen is getting active on the bottom side against XY, I believe. Now Mike hears the scrap off on Phone on the bottom side. Fong, but a massive damage there onto XY. No weapon for XY. This could be back for him. That check meter for burn does not connect there for Fong. XY's gonna snag up a blue pulse sword this time around. Could be big damage if he's able to cast some sorts of focus attack off. But now in the back end we have Mike sending up the R&B focus, and he is gonna be picking up the first elimination. No, our second elimination of game number 4.
Yeah, Mike being able to get out here if he can. He's got to be careful because X's looking to try to get his elimination onto the board. And since Fong's in ultimate right now with a blue weapon, he's going to go for the burns primarily, just trying to get that tick over time. He finds himself to launch out Exen and that swing for number 2. Fong looking for level 3 swing against Mike. Anticipates the F1, but it is stagger immune, so Mike could just get caught by 1.0 release. Gets seen towards the staff and looking towards an R&B. F2 investment. Fong has to be careful here. He's got R&Bs on standby to chase this out, but Mike is just going to keep the kiting going.
He re-aggresses in the mix. Doesn't have resources to take a reset, and he is going to fall there to Mike. Now, R&B focus here for Action on the Justina. Liam ultimate invested for Mike. Once again, he's running the Pokeball. Nice weave there from Action. And the follow-up LMB hit there for Action to be able to eliminate Mike. And we got pace picking elimination onto Wufong, but that's 2 on the board for Mike, regardless of him being eliminated there.
Yeah, and then over to the Statue Workshop. Gotta keep a good notion of JDG Shisheng here, putting himself, has no eliminations yet. He's at the bottom of the board right now at 11th. He's just trying to see what works. His opponent is Pace, who is 1 place below him, who just got his first elimination. Akame on a reset, looking to try to find an armor, while Verse is hunting him down. 2 sets for separate fights that could converge very soon if an ultimate gets procced here when one fight ends. There's Shisheng getting eliminated here. Pace finds his elimination. He gets 2.5. There's a Matari ultimate to come out here for the teleport, and the Temi ultimate to come through for the Wisp resets. Gets caught by the R&Bs, gets himself a reset, and look at that third-party opportunity here from Pace. He can look for it. He finds it. He gets the elimination, and it just skyrockets his score here, and hopefully get his 3.5 so far.
I mean, sending that R&B focus there, if your Verse is very dangerous. I'm pretty sure he heard the player run up behind him as well. Still sends it, just also take the elimination. I understand it. I understand it completely. He could have crossed up inside the Temi ult to have a little bit more secure positioning there. But regardless, still picks up that elimination there. Is going to go ahead and take a trip to the Soul Altar. Fong trying to kite completely out into the middle zone of the map. But Action now with the armor advantage and weapon rarity as well. Trying to full chase on Fong. Fong, once again, this time around with a blue dagger in hand, trying to see if he can find some sort of armor swap. Does manage to catch a common armor swap now. Some resources are going to be picking up here from Action. Fong still a very, very hard chase for a lot of these players, especially he has that dagger online for him as he does right now. Falling the blue armor quickly on the backside of this terrain. Action's going to stop the chase for now, but Spider is going to be going at it against T225.
Yeah, and Spider looking to try to get himself just looted up here. He's got 2 vitality, 10 armor powder. Just trying to keep that on standby, and then afterwards he's just going to keep keeping an eye out here for Bell strikes and whatnot. And into the Ascension form though, Verse having himself a common pulse or just looking to try to reset here. He did just finish off and getting killed into that fight, that mandate. So while it comes through here, who just had to look for the reset. GG Shaw though finding himself with the R&Bs charging up against Shishang inside of the military hall, having to be very careful about whether or not to take this fight. I mean, it's going to be a halberd spam coming in from Shishang. If he finds himself grapples, that'll be his next bet of just trying to keep that opportunity of escaping or engaging. GG Shaw though backs away, has the Justina. We know where it's going to lead out. He's going to dissipate, probably making his way towards Sword 2 if he has to, just to make sure he can get some loot and along the path.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking at as well. No grapples on halberds, where your staple is that grapple to the 1.0 halberds once that F is on cooldown. Now be able to have that focus attack damage and going off with the 1-2s off the uppercut. He's going to go ahead and try to pick up some of those grapples somewhere on the map. T225 is going to be bounded here by Spider. Spider with a purple longsword in hand. Let's go ahead and wait out for the first Realm of Yang of game number 4 with 1 on the board. It's been a lot more slower this game this time around. A lot of these players are going to be waiting out for this realm, trying to play more of the mid game area. We already have our loadout here for the Realm of Yang. Spider posted up on the top hand side of the map. Pace on the right hand side of the map. GG Shaw, Mike, and XY, all 3 of them are going to be contesting that middle left hand side of the map, as well as Wufang versus Action on the complete left hand side of the Realm of Yang. But now we're gonna have to wait and see who is going to be picking up that Yang pass, and with a fully stacked circle of this Yang gate, could be a lot of pressure going your way if you get caught out like Mike is right now.
Yeah, and Mike has to be mindful, right? V2 is not going to be his insurance policy for someone aggressing upon him. I mean, he can catch him if they catch him in an uppercut, but at the same time, he can't use it in the field of play. It's a direct shot towards just a select skill shot hit for the ball to enact upon grabbing them, and then after that. He can throw them out. He'll get healing by throwing them out, but the problem is distance, right? So he's just going to be able to throw them a very far bit away, and then they have to regroup their position of catching up to him. But then again, Verse, no ultimate yet. He's at 96 so far. He has to reset. X1 Wufang taking Romy Yang to his own hands, while Chishang is just trying to contest this. We got Romy Yang pass to beat on Chishang's hands, while Wufang is just trying to go ahead and go for it. But look, listen, Liam's inside of Romy Yang fields, they're just going to use it as space. That's how you're supposed to use Liam. That's why he's a first round double pick, because he is an insurance policy for Romy Yang's when it comes down to it, where it's so spaced out, you can't do anything about it.
4 seconds to count. Chizong playing the high ground right now. He's going to go ahead and throw down his Liam F there. He's going to go ahead and use it to secure the Realm of Yang positioning. I'm going to go ahead and take up that ult back plus the health. Now, this time around, we have SS1 against OUG, JDG against KLA, WBG versus Bauda Chazong. Looking to try to go up high for the starters, as well as T225 in the backside. Got Keelan v. Liam, the top 2 hero picks for all these players currently in the current meta. Got the jump LMBs off the blue Hongsword there for T225. Lots of damage off the purple nunchucks though for Chazong. Now T225 is trying to take a quick reset in. Sends the rampage. Nice F there to avoid the last purple frame there. And Chazong with some nice spacing, but gets caught up the second rampage as well there from T225. Now all online for Chazong, and T225 trying to kite this around.
Yeah, and T225 F1 investment avoids any sort of further pressure for Chishang so far by activating his killing ultimate, and Chishang playing the safety net spawn of the top of the Romy Yang. T225 can't do anything about this unless he catches that grapple stagger and keeps himself up in the air. We saw this coming out here for round 1. Hopefully see this coming out for this round, because Chishang is just keeping himself aloof here. He's at F1. He's got 8 grapples. Keeps skywalking. Keeps trying to go through while T225 resets on the ground level. He's got advanced heal, so he's going to get 1 heal off. That's all he needs for that blue armor. And he has himself no more ultimate. 45 seconds left on the clock. T225 looking to try to go for the bow shots. R&B's back and forth, looking to try to see whether or not the nunchucks will come out for a parry. And there it is. F1 investment. Not yet. There it is for T225. Putting out the works here for lethal jab attempt. R&B blue focus comes out for the horizontal, though, from Chishang. Can chip away this HP. There it is. A parry like that gives Chishang the victory. T225 goes down into that Romy Yang.
That's a little shift parry there from Chizong, reading up that follow-up. No anticipation off of that for T225. Senzin gets punished for it. The third one got parried there. Got away with 2 off the rampage, but now Chizong is going to be getting that gold dual blade. It's going to be a nice little upgrade here for Chizong. Plus the Vermilion Burst Mike Spider as well. JDG is going to take it this time around for Chizong, and SS1 as well. Now T225 action. Mix up what is the action R&B Pro F called in there for T225. Quickly investing the Keelan ultimate now. Stina F still not getting no pressure thrown his way. They see the Keelan with the O online, and T225 now needs to be real careful. It's gonna be Mike applying tons of pressure onto him. Still aggression going towards Mike's way this time around for T225. In the back end, Pace now joining the party. And T225 might get caught up with the Pokemon. No, it does not connect it for Mike. Trying to scatter on now. Throws it around. He catches it this time around into the slam down there for the Pokeball from Mike. Running that V2 off the Liam. Is going to pick up another liberation. Plus the Yang depletion cleanse for himself with his 3rd one on the board here for game number 4.
Man, just yoinked him from the distance and said, that's
that was
mine.
Crazy.
And that's a safety net too for the Soul Bloom, right? Because you take the kill, you don't have to go try to contest it. You just take them to another direction. Pace though, Hottie ultimate, about his X and still in Realm depletion. This is his Justina game number 2, so it's going to be really whether or not, or Justina game number 1, I should say, for him to work out here for 1 elimination so far. Whether or not Exon wants to really back off here, he's got to be careful. I mean, Pace is coming through. No ultimate, 4 eliminations, Roman Yang depletion, right? He has an insurance policy for another 100 seconds on the clock, so he's going to have to be careful about losing out the gold Hong Sword. That's his only, position of being at a deficit. Now pistol shots come out here. R&B is from the background, looks for the dash R&B jump element, comes out here for the F1 and their F2 investment, and as he can come through, as Fong is going to go for the R&Bs. He has Cloud Weaver. This could eliminate Pace as of a double shift punch into that, and there it is. R&B comes out. GG Shaw finds the elimination, finds that Soul Bloom, and he's going to go ahead and keep the aggression against Fong. GG Shaw.
Tries to catch the Scarrow. It's not managed to do so. How the ultimate invested there, Fong. And I gotta say, man, Fong is probably he's probably the only player that gets away with the most things in the league. I swear. He just be getting away with everything. I mean, even game number 2 gets away with picking up the Soul Bloom there to cleanse that Yang depletion timer. And he's always in those third party lineups to be able to pick up those easy eliminations. And that's, his playstyle is around there, just making sure he can try to get someone focused or go in at the perfect timing to pick up an easy elimination if he can and get those eliminations on the board for himself. But looking at the scoreboard so far, WBG Spider with 2 eliminations currently here for game number 4. DRG's Fong with 2 as well. OGG's Mike with 3 on the V2, just showcasing once again the V2 from distance there. That was a crazy grab there from the V2. Burst with 1 on the Temi, GG Shaw with 1. But Pace, I don't think we've been speaking about Pace like that. Pace with 5 currently for game number 4. It's a crazy amount of elimination. He did get eliminated, but he had the Vermilion's Burst Might. So he might be posted up for the next Roman Yang as well. As we see Mike already, Spider, T225 are going to be waiting for this Roman Yang. Spider practicing that 2-on-1 I was mentioning earlier on the fan. Just when I was learning that threw me off guard a little bit because it's a little bit different opposed from like the staff and the longsword,
Yeah, and even to the nutty one to come through here. Hopefully Mike's B2 could work in his favor here though. Oh wait, this might be the lockdown. Yep. Oh my goodness, here we go.
That is crazy.
Look at this. You ready for this? He's like, all right, I'm gonna spit you back out. And I'm picking up the Yang Pass. And he has another one ready to go here. If Wu Fong has F1 to go through, he could just avoid the next Pokeball contempt. There we go. Okay. Knocks him away. Okay, 20 seconds on the clock. Wu Fong's gonna look for those pistol shots, bow shots coming from Mike, or pistol shots from Mike as well. Backing to this corner here, maybe looking for the dash R&Bs. There's another blue focus spam coming from Mike. Got to be careful with the second one, area 1. He's got Xian Fan. He's going to be going ahead for that 1-2-3. Prepare. Look for the dodge if he needs to. Wu Fong still resetting in the back line. And Mike just takes his Romy Yang for free. 3 eliminations still. He's trying to look for his 4th in here. And some of the entries of Romy Yang. He's just back and forth between Wu Fong. I mean, this is resources that he's burning for his opponent too. So when he enters Realm, Mike doesn't need to burn resources. He just gets a full reset for his armor, at least to the capabilities of purple. And then he's good to go. Pace, on the other hand, man. Yeah, like you said, man, coming back here, 5 eliminations so far. Kind of making work out of this round. Hopefully the Zenkai boost is kicking in here for him from rounds 4 through 6 as it stays up. Chishang, on the other hand, though, has himself to get caught by the burn here. I'm pretty sure he dies. Okay, he dies.
Whoa.
Walked into the fire. The moment he walked into that fire, I'm like, that's enough damage to kill off just by sticking along that route for the lava burn. So Chishang goes down because of that. But, good news that we had a fight between Mike and Spider for like 7 times today, it feels like. Let's go through it.
Yeah, they've been going at it all day so far. Mike on the Liam this time around against a Keeling for Spider. And now, that's so scare rush there for Mike onto Spider. Now, that ship parry. And the diagonal dodges there are massive. He catches the raw dragon to the Pokeball. Spider readjusting his headphones. R&B focus off of his times 2 because of the distance, or the height I should say, to the aerial R&B. Keeling Ultimate now invested here for Spider, trying to turn this fight around. Catches a little bit of health back there. The second Pokeball does not connect there for OUG's Mike. Now, no O online, has the F online, and he needs it though off this gold fan and doing tons of damage, as we saw off of one grab there off that V2, applying tons of damage onto Spider, making him quickly trying to turn the fight around. And he does manage to get the white health back, and now Mike is gonna wait this out for this ult to go offline. He can go right back in, but Spider still applying the pressure.
Yeah, and Spider's going to have a good chance to turn this back around if the F1 was used in the right time, and it looks like he might be just caught out after that investment. There's the uppercut from Mike. You know, Spider adjusting his headset is exactly how I felt. You know, I was like, oh, okay, he got a gold fan. He has him on the V2 portal or to the orb. Now he's got a gold spear, right? Gold spear, you can get a guaranteed Dragon Slayer, right? You're looking at how much BDS can come out in a short amount of fashion. He has the fan though, so if a combo breaker is used, Mike will have full capabilities of launching down somebody with the deletion of the V2. So if he decides upon which to the other, he'll put it into the moment of the nature of what the situation is. If there's other players, he really just can't take that consolidated R&B spam for himself. But Spider, on the other hand, you know, if as long as he has enough time to activate ultimate or even have activate for F1, he should be straight when the time comes through. In the meantime, Wufang have himself into the bush. He's hiding out. He doesn't have roaming depletion. There's Spider and GG Shaw. GG Shaw still trying to find his way into this round with only one elimination. Pace won his Romy Yang. 6 eliminations for the hottie.
Yes, showing up Pace now. SS1 Pace, 6 on the board once again. Has the White Tiger's power as well as Mike. FPX verse. Waiting this out. Spider still looking for an opponent to try to cleanse out this Yang depletion timer. He's going to go ahead and cut noise. Could probably potentially catch him in the bush there, but it looks like he's going to continue going forward. But OUG's Mike and GG Shaw now. Got Mike. Throwing another Pokeball. Nice product for GG Shaw off of this. He's going to get caught up this time around. Mike now looking for the opening that he's looking for. He's going to send him away this time around. I don't believe he gets the massive damage there. Didn't clip off of anything on this side of the map. But burst in the back end. Mike goes down. Saw Chazon get eliminated earlier here by the lava. Fong in the mix. GG Shaw, tons of player in this area, and I feel like we might get another lava elimination if any sorts of pressure happens to one player and they're trying to scatter on out. In the heat of the moment, you're just trying to get away from all the aggression from everybody. But right now, Mike posted up with gold armor, gold fan. Like Severia mentioned, he had that gold spirit as well in the back pocket. Fong versus Spider on purple. I believe Spider has gold armor. Oh, not Spider. Somebody else had gold armor. I believe it's Pace. And then, yep, there it is. Pace with the gold long sword off of this. But it looks like Burst might be getting the one hunted in this situation here.
Yeah, you know, there's no lava conductor dials to be available, I think, in Cinderfell for the most part. So no one at all is going to get immunities to that lava burn. It's going to chunk away your health bar. It doesn't reduce the healing of healing. You know, it doesn't reduce healing like how burns do when it comes from enemy or character skills or ultimates or even Jades. So nothing of that nature will occur, but everything comes down towards just kiting around this building at this point because no one wants to stick towards the lava. And if it comes down to it, right, just because Zone allows it, or Moonbane, you know, puts everyone away from this area. But we have to see a martial art will form hook coming out here from GG Shaw, blue rarity hook blades or dual halberds. So he's got to be careful about using that one. Jump element from Mike, catching himself to that Whistler. Hold on a second. GG Shaw making sure he can keep his notion onto this board, and that's a mold circle verse caught out through. Hopefully, who knows, because he's kiting with his duel with the dagger. But a jump element from Spider, 3 eliminations. Let's look at the Soul Bloom. Pace finds it, picks it up. 2 minutes for Spider still on Romy Depletion. He's gonna go a full offensive against his Hottie.
Looks like Pace is gonna use the Hottie ultimate to get away from the situation. Spider now on the other side still has the cleanse with 3 on the board, 2 minutes and counting. Got a Justina ult coming online as well. Trying to eliminate him in this situation. The freeze connects to the wolf form. F called in there for Spider. Trying to stay up in the back end. Wufang now applying tons of pressure as well. 1, 2, 3 does not connect her for GG Shaw. Now the wolf form loading up in the back end, I believe. Nope, it's not going to be sent out because Spider's still getting full aggressed on in this situation. Very weak. We got another player showing up. There's just a lot of pressure with the poison splash, and there's nothing Spider can do there in that situation.
Yeah, and that's what we can heal for that poison splash. GG Shaw didn't get the full armor reset he's hoping for. He gets a martial art, though. This could get enough heal back. Not a lot. He's going to be backing off here in the Mercury River. So with it, F2 still available. Moonbane is now centered out here into the northern side of the circle. We got 8 minutes left on the clock here. Mike looking to try to chase this one out. Wufang on the back end with that gold dual blades on standby. Hopefully GG Shaw has enough time to heal, because if someone allows it, Justina just has enough pressure where she could just go ahead for yoinks. Now Wufang to mulch, still in the game. We saw that ultimate coming out here from earlier when we were trying to fight out and chase out Verse, but didn't really come down to work in his favor. He did get enough chances to kind of zone out a lot of the players around from one another, but the Wufang play right now is just making sure he can hold out for his end game circle. We got a White Tiger's prowess on the map as well for the solos gamers to look towards and try to invest towards. But also that's Pace with the Hep the detach on the build.
On the build, fully built. 1030. 1030 in showdown. trying to lock that in now for the reset. Just saying. I'm in that showdown, but OUG's Mike. Game 4 with it right now. On the Liam. V2 once again. Gold Spirit this time around. Is that Storm Stride? Kind of looks like Storm Stride. Yes.
Yes.
Storm Stride here from Mike. It's the only J that has a little, I call it a little S, you know? Kind of. Not really, but still.
Six lines, put the dash across each corner. Corners on the top end.
Oh, you're looking at it. I was looking at the actual J logo itself. But Mike now trying to contest the Spirit Well, Pace as well. Wufong, Fawn, GG saw everybody. And we saw how strong these Spirit Wells can be in this type of end zone. But Pace eating up a lot of damage. Does not want to fall to this. Musket shots flying on in. And the damage is going to connect there for GG Shaw. And that's super unfortunate there for Pace. GG Shaw is going to be able to pick up that elimination. We got a player on the Ballista and it's XY. Looking for these Ballista shots now. He does spot a player down low. It's going to be GG Shaw. Getting aggressed by XY on the top end there. Oh, the Ballista Tower. DRG's Fawn's going to go ahead and pop this Hottie ultimate. Mike as well trying to contest this. Can be able to catch one. Does manage to do so. Fong now. So to go ahead and eat up the damage off of this. Let's see it. There goes the army focus. And Mike picking up another one. Nice shit parried from Mike. Cancels it to the 1-2. Has one more available for himself. Ballista Tower shot still flying on in. Mike winning this out. Halfway to go. XY now leaves the Ballista Tower positioning. And GG Shaw's going to capitalize off of that.
Yeah, Mike's about to get another ultimate online with that White Tiger's Prowess proc. There it is. Secondary gold armor. Make sure he doesn't pick it up because if he does, another opponent can take that. That's why we got to wait out for that timer. Now for Mike, man caught that Pokeball right on the board with the R&B release. He caught it. That's it. And, and hopefully we can see what happens later on because he can do a lot of work if someone yoinks it, right? If Wufong, for instance, he threw that wisp. He was hoping to yoink it out. It did not occur. So it really just come down towards whether or not Mike is going to confirm it again. As long as it's mulches around, I don't think it's going to happen. Mike still has, though, 5 eliminations on the board, closing in nearly to the MVP. Even if he takes one more and he dies out to the next, he's still going to have enough kills compared to the lobby in the front.
Man, I'm looking at Pace, man. Big Moonbane hit there from onto Mike and XY. XY is going to continue kind of inside the Bane. Wufong first one on the scene already. Applying pressure onto XY. Mike kiting out this Bane as well. Trying to see if he can cut directions here. Quickly catches up onto XY. XY now. Send out the damage off that LB focus to the Hepta as well. Now Mike loses 2 blocks of the gold armor. Trying to retreat off of the situation for now. He's going to go ahead and take a quick little reset in. Wufong in the back end. Trying to cut through the middle. XY now getting counter grapple there from Mike. We still see a pressure going towards XY's way. On the Matari. Has that ultimate online. He is going to call it now. And now he is going to go ahead and try to see if he can live through the pressure there. But the Bane is still hitting him. It looks like he is going to be able to stay up, but he loses a lot of HP in the process.
Yeah, and he's got V2 teleports to go through here. Mike's anticipating it. Looking to try to get an LB stack if he can. F2 comes out for the whole check, gets himself to disengage completely. Still has V2 teleports ready to go here. If he cancels ult, he'll get another F2 dash. But let's take a look and see about the teleports. XY cutting around here, looks to reposition. Is stealth at that 1.5 second duration. XY still kites around here, has no more ultimate, has F2 back up though from the cooldown to be depleted. There's his stagger. That's huge. Jump LB comes out, but no setup for a combo whatsoever. We're still seeing XY back around here, making sure he can avoid those pistol shots. It's a lot of sustain he's going to lose out here. If he loses out towards his armor, he's going to have to burn the vitality. He only has 1 left in his pocket. Cannon shots as well from the burns if they ever were to happen into GG Shaw's pocket to pick up that Jade from Retro Gale from a body. They'll find it, but a parry comes through here, and we're going to see a pick Pokeball get avoided here. The F2 comes from XY as he's backing off to the high ground. Every single player here on the board for the kill. And Mike gets another yoink, and he gets elimination as a result. Hopefully throwing it out there. No, he didn't actually activate it himself. He could get his kill steal, but nope. White Tiger's Prowess comes out. 6 eliminations for Mike so far.
Big game here for OUG's Mike. 6 on the board once again. Top 3 still remains. Wufong, R&B, Minx. F invested there for Mike. Now, what's going to be the mix up here for Mike? Goes right back in. Proc comes in off the nunchucks. Lets it loose. Nice F there from the Temi to avoid. That'll be follow up. Now, Mike with the gold nunchuck still trying to apply the pressure onto Wufong. In the back end, we got GG Shaw flying down those cannon shots. That's a lot of tick damage there happening. Now the Temi ultimate is gonna be invested. GG Shaw still trying to focus the Temi. Wisp now is gonna be avoided there from Mike. And now Wufong trying to take a quick reset, and R&B connects there to the wolf form, and GG Shaw is gonna pick the elimination. That was gonna be OUG's Mike against GG Shaw.
Now Mike has ultimate in 10 percentage points. GG Shaw still has ultimate, so that's the way to get out of here. With the F2, now it's burned. Now LMB uppercut extends this. This is it. Yep. Captures him. Meter dump, or we're going to the zone? What are we doing with this, Mike, man? You got the whole zip code ready for you. All right, meter dump, uppercut, extended, R&B. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about it.
That was disgusting. That was disgusting.
7 eliminations on the board. This man's on the A game for this round. Pulling out the punches. Now I think all the Liams are gonna run on V2. It's like, yeah, let me try that.
Nah, that was clean. I ain't gonna. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I did learn a lot of stuff off that V2, just alone off of this game. Mike playing it. No, I feel like the F2 the F2. Might need a little bit of a tweak. Not sure if like the cooldown base. I don't know what it is, but like I was mentioning, I still think it's very easily avoidable. And you only get one, so I mean it is a combo break, but I still believe it might get, or it should probably get a little bit tweaked, but that might just make it even more busted, you know. Yeah,
and then even then, it doesn't even have the Mortal Defiance proc the F1 does, and that's a
correct.
That's a huge benefit of F1 versus F2 as well. So, seeing how Mike is going to play this out here, holding out for the solos field to play. He does have fist plays on the common armor. We see elimination from GG Shop against Wufang here into the kill field with that Keelan ultimate, I should say. He's going to be going ahead and getting that kill. Spider, though, finds Fong here over by the Igneous Bound, going for the Matari, or not Matari, the Justina ultimate after the Tesla enchant. Does not confirm for the stagger. Spider gets no freeze there, has one more dash to make it count, but he might be looking for a reset here while Fong just finds an armor swap, which can get him right back into the fight after that one vitality heal.
Now, this is where the momentum game is going to go ahead and happen here for Pace. Gets eliminated, but WG Spider does manage to catch a freeze. Cancels the LB focus to the 1-2, but the big parry there for Fong. Now F called in for Spider. Trying to retreat, trying to see if he can find an armor swap, but the 1-2 there from Fong. Now the Tesla ultimate is going to connect here for Fong this time around. Spider might be eliminated off of this. Tesla enchantment is about to connect any second now. There it is. The R&B focus from the Halberd for Fong. He is going to pick up his first elimination of game number 5.
Yeah. Backed into Grizzly Rise, 5-6 players here making their motion. Jishang is kitted out of his mind, bro. Gold, purple weapon, purple armor. He's the most stacked into this fight, already. And that's just RNGs, just to go through. And this is common armor opponents that he's going up against. If he finds it, and he has blue fist blades too. So if he just really wants to use those as well, he can. Having to fight this one out, Mike Wu Chen. We see a Wu Chen, we focus him because we don't know if there's any other Wu Chens. We'd rather take this one out here now and then. Jishang, though, going ahead and try to go for the back off here. Goes for the 1-2-3s, gets caught by the parry. F2's invested. Having lost all his armor, now it's worthless to this extent, but Jishang takes the time of just flying around. Maybe he's looking for the reset. Avoiding a scare rush here is going to be key components. F1 in the background from the Wu Chen as Mike is able to catch himself against X, and he's getting a lot of sustain back from it. But at the end of the day, as long as there's another target on the backline, they are going to disrupt every single one of these pressures here. Mike not using his ultimate just yet. He doesn't have a reason to. If he dies out here now, he's going to be able to reset later on and having 100%. But he is still kiting throughout the quarry, just making sure this is his own territory.
And you can clearly see that they don't think Wu Chen is a threat. I mean, the pressure was on there onto the Hottie, and even investing the ultimate, and everybody stopped the chase and went towards Mike's way. He is going to be able to catch a blue armor, so you can clearly see that these players are not respecting the Wu Chen out in the field right now. Still with O online, Mike trying to kite this out. Still has 3 players on his shows. Looks like they are going to go their separate ways now. Now it's trying to see if they can continue scaling to zone. Once again, purple dual blades. Again, action in the mix on the Keelan. Trying to see he can find elimination, but currently T225 has one. GG Shaw and Chazong currently with 1 on the board. Only 3 eliminations have happened this far, but WBG Spider on the Justina now. Already eliminated once earlier from DRG's Fong. Trying to see he can continue scaling into this game 5. T225 catches Wufang in the back end. The Liam for Wufang against the Justina for T225. Crouch LB connects it to the Wind Gust as well. Now T225 with a purple nunchucks to be able to do tons of damage. Able to catch a prio attack here onto Wufang. Overholding. Since the R&B focus, Clint comes in off of this. Now goes for the raw uppercut. F caught in for the Liam. Tries to catch him off the grapple. Doesn't manage to do so. And now Wufang is trying to go and get his movement game strong.
Yeah, he's got the fan in hand. Gets caught by the LMB, though, from the grapple stagger. Might be going for this ultimate cast. Who knows? He's going to be trying to go for the confirmed V2. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
And he's got to heal off. And he's got no R&B to come out. He's going to throw it out manually, get some heal back manually from the throw. He's got another chance here, but T5 takes the time to disengage completely. Has 2 dashes ready to go. Wufang backing off to try to get a vitality heal if he can. And he's creating distance. He's creating a terrain grief for TG5. He can't line up a freeze. So in this case, he's going to go for heal himself for armors and keeping the chance to just lock this through down. Okay, we didn't get V2 from the orb there, but the F1 now invested for Wufang. No more ultimate cast. 1 more freeze, but it is missed for the freeze opportunity. There's the uppercut. There's the R&Bs. Might be looking for it. Maybe captures him. Who knows? Because Wufang is just keeping the momentum going.
He is continuing the movement game for himself, but T225 has all the elements that he can to try to stay aggressive onto Wufong, but Wufong manages to create the distance now, trying to take a quick reset on the top side of this terrain. T225 now does manage to catch him, does manage to pop one powder as well, so now the health, it's a little even, tries to cancel it, he's going to eat up the damage. Proc comes in, no, he's going to be able to just get a little bit of a tap dodge in. Now T225 loses a lot of HP. Now, this could be bad for him. He sends it, gets parried, and Wufong, oh, doesn't catch the elimination this far. One shot it now. Click comes in ×2 in the follow-up R&B, and T225 is going to fall off for that against Wufong.
Yeah, the ridge fight was a little bit too much of a predicament for T225, trying to anticipate a blue focus and then having to bring it at the right time. It's just, outside of the cone of vision. It's kind of tough to go through. He still has a life, though. GG Shaw against Akame, though, over by the Northwestern Barracks. Hoping to see whether or not the fan goes through. It didn't get Scissor parried. We see the shifts coming out here. There's the parry. Shaw going for the fist blade R&B. Nicely done as he gets that vertical blue focus. So Akame, though, has to backline this. He has ultimate to kind of look to safety net, escape route if he needs to. Goes for double wind blast, goes for bow shot. Chunks away a good portion of armor from GG Shaw. Look for the roll, look for the F1 for the parry mode. Goes for wind blast double again and crouch LMB this time. Hoping to see that armor swap from Shaw. He finds it. He looks to try to go for the charge up here for the R&Bs for the fist blades again, and the blue focuses are just going to be thrown out here from Akame as a deterrence for GG Shaw to stay here for much longer.
And him holding R&B right there just reminded me of the 3 stage from these weapons, man. It was so hard to fight against it. It's just like mess around with your mental memory, like your muscle memory. Being trying to predict 2.0s and then having that extra element from a weapon that does so much damage. It was just very, very confusing at the start. I know for me at least, but
yeah,
it's
a great sword.
Exactly. It is a mini greatsword, mini pulse sword with the damage it comes out with. But that's why I'm here just spectating and watching and shouting on the mic because I don't know much, but OUG's mic does on the Wu Chen, and it was kind of crazy, right? And, hey, nobody was suspecting that Wu Chen.
No one wanted to respect it. They just made sure that they can get him out before when Tushong had the the opportunity of being eliminated. Nope, get that Muchin out. I'm like, okay. But he's going to be probably fighting the second Romiang. We'll have to see. Spider takes his first Romiang fight here up against ASE's XY. So with it, Scare Rush comes out here. Hoping to see whether or not Spider is going to try to go for something here. Just double Justinas into this round, folks. So hopefully to see some sort of movement coming out here. Nice R&B, nice double blue focus. Crouch LB. Oh, look at all his armor and health. It's gone. 500 health left. Catches Crouch LB. F2 is too late. XY is looking for ultimate first, but dash is confirmed. We have F2 ready for Spider. He F2 to deny the staggers coming through. He can jump ultimate, for it. But then Spider finds that soft combo breaker, gets a double dash, goes for a triple, goes for to get himself frozen. Hold on a second, turn around. Could be occurred. And that's why he confirmed this cannon shot. Well, you know what? I felt that.
XY doesn't go for the prio there. Tries to send the focus and doesn't even get the damage. A little bit of a miss play there from XY, but X-Shen going at it against Wufong right now. Wufong trying out this Keelan ult, has Liam ult online, catches him from mid distance. Now X-Shen is gonna send the Pokeball R&B. Now F caught in for the Keelan, trying to stay up. X-Shen loses a lot of HP. Wu-Chen now, Wufong, sorry, he's gonna send it, and he's gonna get the second V2 off. X-Shen, I'm telling you right now, that's probably the most annoying thing you can go through. You see someone playing V2, and you're just sitting there, right? Like, he catches you in the Pokeball, and you're sitting there like, all right, like, I know I'm finna eat up this damage in about 0.5 seconds, and I can't do anything about it,
It's the goofiest ultimate so far, but it works so well in the right hands. Yeah. If anything, gives you, a lockdown for like 2 to 3 seconds against your opponent. I mean, first off, your opponent can just like readjust their armchair, take a look and see about raising the height, shout to the chairs that they got to lean back and then come back, waiting it out, and then they get thrown. Then they get caught by the second one, and then it's over at that point if the HP is low enough. Spider, though, finds himself at Gold Longsword off of his Romiang victories. Fong is looking to try to contest this chance with the Crouch on the Beast, but a pistol shot comes in from Burst. This is going to be a turnaround here. Spider has Vermilions, and if Burst really wants to conceal this kill, he could. I mean, there it is. R&B comes out from the backline for the Halberd as the extended range. Finds a parry against Fong. F1 is down for Fong, too, so he had no way of surviving this.
And the salty run back there, we see it coming into play there. For Spider coming in quickly back, trying to get inside the mix. Fong trying to kite this out. He has a dagger out, and you see this. Sorry to just get the movement game. Burst quickly, R&B's in. Trying to catch the second one in. Oh, catches him off the scare rush. 1, 2, 3 cents against the damage in the back end. Now it's going to be Spider trying to regress Fong. Fong is very one-shot right now. Burst is still trying to find the opener. Grapples in. Call me the armor swap for Fong. And now it's a speed race. It seems able to catch up to Fong. Fong goes up at the top of the terrain, slides around. Oh, that was a nice little path right there. I ain't going to lie. That was cold there for Fong. Now, both players still on his shroud. You got to catch him if you want to kill him. Throws on the V2. No, the V1, sorry. On the Liam here for Verse. And Fong, I mean,
shit,
it's so hard. Look at this, bro.
He takes in every single corner he can cut for the scare rush with the dagger, and it's the walls around this area. Grizzly Rise just gives him the allowance of doing this. And heck, if enough time propagates, he could just go ahead and take the vitality heal. But Verse, he caught that extended grapple. You saw the grapple distance coming out there. Finds a nice Aura Sword. The F1 is invested. There's a knockback. There's a Foxfire Force proc. So now Verse doesn't have to worry about the Saggers. He can just keep the chase going. He's got pistol shot ready to go here if he finds it. There it is. 1 shot, 2 shot, pelted shots. So making sure he can try to capture it. Fong is keeping the dodges alive and avoiding getting hit. He finds another common armor swap. He's still alive for another 600 health. He finds himself to be caught through here. Hold the RMBs. Dodges the Tesla ultimate. Verse is making this happen here. If you can look for the parries, if you're looking for another armor swap, Fong found it. He's going to be going ahead and try to go for the scare rush here for a tower. And this is a chase that's been going on for 2 minutes, folks.
I mean, you can see Verse. I mean, you can see Fong. He has his routes unlocked. He used the whole terrain of, oh my God. I mean, he stays up in that situation, goes straight to a Ballista Tower right after there, where if he needs to, he can get his movement game strong is there as well. But Spider going at it against Action this time around. Spider's going to go ahead to the jump parry against Action, went out for the F, but the R&B focus off the gold launcher is just going to be way too much damage there. And he is going to pick up the elimination. Pace is going to fall to GG Shaw. Wufong is going to fall to Chuzong. We got GG Shaw in the mix against Chuzong. Off of that elimination, it was a 3-way scrap off between 3 players. Chuzong is going to be able to take up some more of these resources inside the zone. I'm super sad because we didn't really see Mike showcase the Wuchen like that. And he got eliminated, and I didn't even notice until Fong was on the run.
Yeah, I wish we could get a replay and seeing how that occurred. I think it was most likely the rumbling loss taken into play, and then afterwards it would have been just getting Scott out. Like if the lobby sees you and you know that it's a out of pocket pick, they're gonna be like making sure, because like it's gonna happen. I mean, it's just the familiarity of choice picks are gonna come through. Yeah, it's one thing to another. Hottie, yeah, we've seen it before. Just seen it before, right? The moment we see a Wu Chen, you're like, wait a second,
a Wu Chen.
What are you trying to do out here? What are you trying to do? You trying to do some new tech? Like that's the X alarm, right? And there's nothing you can do about that one. And that's where Mike got caught out most likely. We'll have to see if that ever happens. But over towards into the northeastern side of Plume Castle, Wufong still has purple nunnies, has 20 seconds until the roam opens. And, hopefully to see if he can get the extension with that V2 that we saw from last round from Mike. I mean, this is going to be a good testament and seeing whether or not that ultimate comes into play in the Roman Yang, hopefully, where you can take full advantage of that.
Spider posted up once again. Purple Fist Blaze this time around. Now, we're going to have to wait and see how he does in his Roman Yang. He is going to be going against FPX because he accused Verse, though. Got a Justina, v Liam in the mix. Who's going to be able to take this one? He's going to go ahead and just opt to take the Purple Fist Blaze opposed to the gold longsword. Both players starting off high. Verse going up high here with a gold outburst. Pistol shots do not connect there for Spider. Now, trying to kite this around, trying to see if he can try to find an opening for himself. Verse charging up the scare rush. Cannon shots flying on in. Gonna go ahead and try to bait out with a parry, but no. Verse does not bite off of this. Both of these players respecting each other right now. Winning this out. Since the R&B focus doesn't get the damage, overholds. Nice weave there from Verse. Catches the pry off of it. Now Spider comes in. Does not manage to catch the pry off of this. Now with the 1-2, Verse backwards F. Catches the pry this time around. Spider with big damage. 1, 2, 3 connects. Crouch LMB for the extra damage. Now the ultimate is going to be invested here for Verse. Since the LMB focus there, now F2 called in, or the F1, or the F off the V1, sorry. Now jump ult popped here for Spider. Trying to find an opening. Catches the dodge. Ooh, he's going to weave it. It's going to follow up as well. And that was a big R&B focus. Now Wufong against Chuzong. Hada v Liam. JDG Chuzong charging up the scare rush. Wufong on the other half there with a gold spear. That was a crazy scare rush there for Wufong. Now Chuzong gonna eat up the damage off the R&B focus. Jump LMB and the follow-up R&B for Wufong with a crazy tech chase there off the scare rush. Now he is gonna be taking that White Tiger's powers just like Spider. He's gonna get a gold greatsword plus the gold armor. He's gonna go ahead and convert that into a pole sword, I assume. Spider in the other half, not sure what he is gonna be picking up out of this Roman Yang, but We're gonna have to wait and see what weapon he has in hand. DRG's Fong, still the mix verse with that Yang depletion timer on his back. Gold halberds in hand, still intact here for FPXCQ's verse. Now, trying to kite this out, trying to see if he can find an opponent who's had aggressive on. Verse as well is going to have the same situation on his back with that Yang depletion timer. Looking at the scoreboard, WBG Spider and X1's Wufong with 3 on the board. DRG's Fong, GG Shaw, FPXZQ's verse with 2. T225 still in the mix with 1. JDG Suzong with 2. And 521's Akame with 1 on the board. Now, DRG's Fong cutting this out on Blue Dagger. Verse needs to see if he can try to pick up this elimination. Spider as well on the scene. Wufong in the back end as well. Might want to see if he can find a third-party elimination as well. But Fong, it's going to be very hard to catch him. I mean, we saw the movement he had with the dagger. And, I mean, time and time again, it's very, very... I can already imagine how it feels playing against Fong. I mean, you can already tell, right, Saverio?
I mean, everything comes out once he starts holding out horizontally. Like, all right, is he hold checking? And then he does, and then he just backs away. And you're like, oh, well, he's done. Because he had just a scare rush immediately. He frame perfects these fences, walls, stone. He finds a pillow on the road. He's like, yeah, I can scare rush that, you know. And then he crosses the road like that. Everything comes out for Fong and finding every single small little affidavit for him to just, you know, make his way forth. And Spider taking the fight against Verse and that Romy Yang. I mean, Justina versus Liam, but Verse is on that Romy Yang depletion. Hoping to see whether or not he's able to catch something with that ultimate, because we've been seeing a lot of these V2s making their appearance. Hopefully to make a better standpoint for the meta. I mean, changing out the ultimates for an offensive one is one thing to another, but taking it in a whole new direction for the Pro League is where you can make your testament and stand your ground. Verse though, over by the quarry, left alone by his own lonesome. GG Shaw in the distance as well. As a Keelan, it's going to be a tough call for Verse to take this fight to staff as well, so he can just get away and start spelling himself away from these fights. But it looks like the arranged games are coming back and forth. Verse looking to dodge bullets here for that musket shot. He's going to try to go for the chase here, but he's got only 2 minutes and 30-some seconds before he can just try to get rid of that Roman depletion. Otherwise, this fight might lead into this one. That's going to be a monstrosity of action. Yeah, and Akame very weak already. Going ahead and trying to take a full reset off the audio. We see the aggression already happening towards his waist, continuing from him being forced to pop that ultimate. On the top side, these players are waiting for this ult to go offline, and it's about to do so any second now. There it is. GG Shaw still going on against FPSEQ's Verse. Verse has that end depleting timer, and GG Shaw being a big nuisance for him right now, not being able to get any sorts of damage onto him. He does knock out two of the purple armors there, two of the purple armor blocks. Sends the R&B focus, has the F to stay safe. Now GG Shaw checking when it is out. Since the R&B focus, now Liam ultimate invested for Verse. 1-2 minks are out here for Verse, trying to see he can find something. Sends the F out. He's going to get the siphon back. F card in there for the Keelan as well. Now the Keelan ultimate is going to be invested for GG Shaw. This could be bad here for Verse, but he still has a minute and 30 here in this fight. Yeah, he's going to have to really invest a second Auric Sword in the best capable motion. GG Shaw looking to try to go ahead and anticipate his Auric, but he's going to go on the offensive as a result. There's the Auric, but it is placed where GG Shaw is just waiting this one out for the movement. All the energy's gone. He's on the aerial ground, so now he's able to lock this one through. He hasn't procced Healing Guard yet. GG Shaw is going to be making sure he can go ahead and get some heals off here for the Vitality into the Armor Powder. Of course, you got to be very careful about whether or not the F investment is going to come out from Verse early or just on time. Ooh. Nice little shift parry up from Verse. Go ahead and catch the prize as well. GG Shaw going to invest the F here. Now, since that, let me focus now. Nice little cross up there from GG Shaw. Verse trying to see if he can find an opening with 55 seconds. Since that, LMB focus. Aerial LMB. R&B focus. No, go to the jump LMB. GG Shaw now trying to stay up. Drops very low. 46 seconds and counting. Can't pick up this elimination here. Has to have to stay safe for the time being. R&B Minx does manage to do so. Clutches this up. GG Shaw falls and Verse stays inside game number 5. Now we're switching over to Shishang against Fong. He has no armor. He has ultimate, though. If he needs to find an armor swap, now would be the time, but this is going to be a tough escape route. He has no chance of coming out of this alive. The head of detach comes out from Wufong to get the chance of armor swapping. Shishang will find it, and he's ulting indoors. This is exactly what Fong can use against his advantage. There's a test and chance. He avoids it. Gets a mid-air dodge, man. This is going to be a level 3 swing coming out the doors, and then R&B from the back line. T225 with a bow shot and confirms the elimination for himself. He is up on 2 eliminations. We still have 5 players left onto the board. No more Realm of Yang depletion gamers left alive. This is all for the end game circle. We got under 8 minutes before we enter into that realm of things. And of course, the Moonbane is striking down towards the next gold weapon drop for the Spearwell. Yeah, top 6 still up in this game.
Lots of players. Is that Heartstopper? I think
I'm
looking
at it. I'm
right?
scanning it.
Scanning. Wait zone. But while he does that, I'm gonna have to wait and see. DRG's Fong, man. Always been
Dragon War.
If you Dragon's War. Ooh, okay, Dragon's War. But yeah, DRG's Fong. It's always been that player where I know this is nothing against him. I just know it's super annoying to play against him with how he moves. It's hard to catch him. His play style with the third party potential. It's a very, very tricky play style to deal with. And we've seen that he's a big nuisance to a lot of players in the pro league. And, you know, he pretty much focused on Dagger for so long. And then the fan came in the mix. And that was like another, like, you know, sign from him sent to him was just like, here, another weapon for you. And he's like, appreciate it. He just took it. And I mean, pretty much just full on understanding the Dagger as he did. Easily transferable to the fan as well. I mean, oh man, I just know that if I ever have a chance to talk with another pro, I'm gonna ask him that question: who's the most annoying player to deal with? And I'm 85 to 95% sure they're gonna say Fong.
And like, who's the definition of instigation? A Fong. All right, nice. Because and came into play, right? He could just range blue and then back off and then start escaping. It's going to be his biggest benefit coming through here for his weapon selection as it comes out. But regardless, verse tough spot, man. V1 comes out, Auric Sword repositions, and he dash RMBs as immediately as fast as he can. He armor swaps as well, just in case. Find the blue armor as well. So now he keeps track of all these armors, right? He's going to rotate it back towards it, or another player can look for it themselves. Spider though catches one horizontal, invests in F2 early on. F1 from Wufong to keep him on that terrain creep. There's a bow shot from T225 for that bow into the burn.
Yep.
Big tough upset moment for Wufong. He's got V2. I want to see what this ultimate's got to go for it.
I thought he was going to get kicked off the Moonbane there, but no. Spider's still in the mix. Wufong now is going to be forced to pop this ultimate. Overhold is going to weave that F as well. Now, the back end still going to apply tons of pressure. Wufong draws very low, half white held and the RB focus in the back end from Fong once again. Always there, like I mentioned. He picks up another one on the board. That's gonna be his third one of game number 5. Spider with 3 as well. Burst as well, matching the 3. And it's gonna be T25 with 2 and a combo with 1 in the mix. Spider now trying to change his attention onto Fong, fully investing everything he can. Sees the test in the mix. Fong still has that on line. He's going to throw the first one. He's going to connect onto Spider. Now he's going to continue aggression onto Spider. Now, what's going to be the mix up here for Fong? Test enchantment connects. He's able to get the damage off of this. No, he's going to count his blessings, retreat for the time being, trying to scatter on out, but Spider still back with full aggression onto Fong. T25 cuts the chase. Now Spider, Moonbane surfing with T25. Verse playing it safe as well. And Fong, let's see another day. I mean, he is still up. Like I said, it's very hard to deal with him.
It is. I mean, he took the right choice of not taking the fight because he knew if he saw the Justina and she had burned F2, the moment he went for an R&B, the moment the 8 chant health gets depleted, it would have been an F2 clink. And then he's stuck in this fight against a Megalith Giant, right? He has no other ultimates to kind of be on standby, and Justina can just have an ultimate ready to go against him. So he just spaced out, making sure enough space comes through. And the leaderboard kind of checks out here. We got 3 3s and 2s and 1s, like in terms of the kills. So this could be anyone's kind of MVP earning on. It's not going to be a lot unless someone goes absolutely ballistic. Like right now, we're going to see T25 take the aggression through fist blades, looking for the stone form. Nice parry coming out here from Aquaman. Nice. He can't get anything value off of it, so he's going to go ahead and try to go for a scare rush. This is it. He repositions for T25, who's quick to go swap out here for the longsword. Goes for that 1, 2, 3. Of course, Aquaman got him in the scare rush. He's at 1 HP for the flight form. There's a pistol shot to confirm it, or even the burn, I should say.
Oh my God.
It's the full vertical blue to the face, to the dome. And Spider gets that elimination like nothing's of the matter.
Oh my God, that was filthy there. There's nothing a comic can do in that situation. I mean, he pops that ultimate, gets full focus for the remaining 4 of this game. Now, Fong trying to recharge that second ult there for the Tessa versus, well, oh man, I'm so glad Tessa can't double ult no more because I remember dealing with Tessa back then. That was not fun, man. 50. Yeah, that was crazy. The 2 Tesla ults, it's insane. I personally still think she only needs 1. But, you know, that's a topic for another day. WBG Spider, gold poster in the hand. On to Justina. Do tons of damage. He catches somebody with a freeze, especially in the end game right now. It's going to come out very, very well. Verse now getting caught up by Spider and Fong. But no, Fong applying a little bit of pressure onto Spider. Still laying down some pressure onto Spider. And T225 now trying to join on in the mix. It's going to be 2 Justinas, a lone Liam, and a Tesla right now. And the The outcast heroes are trying to stick together with the two Justinas as well, working as a union. And Spider coming in high here with a massive parry, and that's gonna be tons of damage there onto Fong. Fong now trying to take a quick reset in the back end. We still see a lot of pressure happening towards Spider's way, but first now it's gonna force out an ultimate there as well. Now the Justina ultimate is gonna come in line there for Spider, and now the Test ultimate is gonna connect as well, and this could be bad here for Spider.
Yeah, Fong's getting almost caught out here if he can top it freeze, but all these enchants are procced out here, gives him free damage for verse. Looking to try to meter them out to T225's health bar. He catches that F1 usage right before his weapon drop, but Spider wanted to take this aggression here in the first place. Goes with charge RMB 1.0. Hoping to see whether or not the vertigo is going to come out again, but Spider's going to get to take the time to reset T225 though on that mantle of the hill. Going to see that parry up against Fong with that sap jade. Of course, we see the horizontals being charged out here. Fong again, endgame circle, 55% on that rage bar, looking to try to take as much time as possible for rage per second. And to just burn out a Tessa enchant. If he can try to confirm into a double enchant, this would be a great opportunity. But for Spider, man, if he has himself to just burn out for time, he's at 4 eliminations. He can try to look for a 5th one and catch multiply for first place, depending on how the situation leads out towards, because we still have an ultimate ready to go here for verse. That's only going to be used insurance policy. But if Fong finds any chance here of locking down one person to another, if he can catch 2 people fighting at the end game near to the edge of the circle while the circle is collapsing, he would have enough opportunity of just finding that valley for himself when the time comes.
Yeah, T225 now trying to stay up in the situation. I mean, very hard task. And once again, Fong just gets a full reset on the top side there, even by dropping half of the white health. Does manage to get back inside the mix, and verse as well. Responding here. The Tesla ultimate is going to connect onto T225 here, and T225 is going to eat up a lot of damage, getting caught up in the side of the terrain. But Spider there with the and it's kind of looks like we're in duels right now, but I mean, it makes sense. T225 is going to fall in the situation. Now, Spider's going to be the lone wolf Justina. Liam for verse. Justina for Spider, and Tessa for Fong. He's going to go ahead and pick up the remaining resources there from T225's body. Scare rushes back up. Both of these players playing the high ground now. They know next one up has to be Spider. Spider, you're going to have to go. Tuna now called in. No. Stops the alliance there. It's not an alliance, but you guys know what I mean. Now, big damage happening in the corner. Liam ultimate invested in the backside. Fong trying to stay up as well. Go ahead and throw down the ult. Does not manage to catch a freeze, I believe. Yeah, he does onto one player on the bomb side. He's going to go ahead and play the high ground to stay safe from this test enchantment. He's going to eat him. No damage yet. Now the freeze connects here, but there's not even enough. Spider's going to fall, and Fong being the last one standing, and I believe he is going to be taking this MVP as well.
Yeah, second day MVP, 5 eliminations, taking out first place. I believe 9 points earned this round as a result. So he's just catching himself into the leaderboard. The top 4 is being contested between all forces. I mean, of the nature that comes down to the end game circle, we didn't have a mic. We just got eliminated early on to hopefully see what happens then for his round pick. But of course, we do have to see Fong's victory as a great relief off the shoulder. I mean, keeping top 12 is the kind of the basis of catching for pros points. That's what we end up going through for finals next weekend. But more importantly, from the pros nest as well, let's take a look and see what Game 6 has in store for us.
T225 already in the mix against DRG's Fong. Got Tessa here for T225. Double jump LMBs. F called in there for the Tessa. Fong now continuing his aggression. Sends the R&B focus. Tessa ultimate investor here for T225. The aggression still going towards his way. Fong, some crazy tracking here. Does manage to get Tessa stunned, but T225 trying to retreat, trying to take a quick reset in for himself. Looks like Fong is going to catch up to him pretty soon as well.
Man, that armor went right by him. Was able to pick it up. So hopefully he has enough to stay here to fight this one out here. Nice jump LMB. Goes straight up. He knows where that armor is, I think. He's taking the time to get this vitality. Hopefully he can regroup himself, but he takes this fight against Fong. He has another ultimate cast go through. Fong's at 87% now, 90, 91. Each damage he takes, he's going to get a little bit more rage, but this is going to be the point right now where Fong's going to have the risky for the biscuit. T225, RMBs, jump LMBs, and that's the test enchant for a free RMB release. First kill elimination. T225 takes it for his own.
That was clean. I'm not going to lie, because can't tap dodge out of the F, you know, you kind of just stuck in that animation where you're pulling back. So him quickly investing that Tesla ultimate there to confirm the enchantment was pretty nice there from T225. OUG's Mike is about as action this time around. Hottie for action, Aquas for Mike, and this is where Mike pops off on his Aquas, quickly catching Prowl there against action, trying to retreat now. Overholding, jump LMB does not confirm there for Mike, but still sends a second to the R&B. Got a couple players moving on in. Verse already in the mix. R&B focus there for action, and Mike now trying to stay up, but he's needing up a lot of damage here off this blue fan.
Yeah, and now it's going to be a blue focus off if it comes through, and Verse finding his R&B, Mike getting mitigation from that ult proc, so he saves himself a little bit of trouble. But then everyone decides to convert themselves towards his area. Wufang here in the mix, coming in from Wind Whale Gorge, now with ultimates to be on standby. Verse still not taking the chance of being aggressive upon this. Mike is going to have to take this tower to his own benefit, just scare rushing in and out, X and just keeping the kiting going, trying to find him out, flying in and out. But with Mike just being able to scare rush throughout that tower, this is going to be a chase between all these guys looking for that one elimination. F1 out from Mike. He's at 200 and 300 HP right now, and Wufang looks to be the one target that's going to catch that one. In the background, you see Exen caught by parry, R&B double hold focus release for Verse, and now Exen's on the recipient end and also being the second one eliminated.
Nice little scare rush from Verse. Trying to chase down the elimination there. Mike manages to scatter on out with 1 HP in a dream, manages to stay alive. Verse and Shaw still going at it. Mike, though, trying to take a full reset, and Wufang might be spawning him pretty soon. There it is. Quick aggression there from Wufang. F1 caught in there for the Aquas. R&B mix there for the Halberds. That's about to catch the raw uppercut. R&B on the ground as well. 1, 2, 3 connects there for Wufang. Now trying to regress him. Does get a lot of damage in. And we got another player showing up as well. GG Shaw moving into the mix, but Wufang already taking down Mike very low. Big parry there for Wufang, but it looks like GG Shaw is going to be picking up the elimination here.
We got to be careful about that sign. I see it up top. You got to be careful if you can use F2 in his corner or at F1. You know, didn't get knocked down just yet. But remember, V2 for GG Shaw, and that plaque is right there, folks. There's 2 plaques on each side of that building. Hopefully to see whether or not GG Shaw is going to take prioritization off of that. But the Hottie ultimate as an assurance gives Wufang enough time to back off here. If he gets caught by that charge up, if it was still available, there it is. It is not going to capture that. That's going to be the last chance for GG Shaw. So now he has to kite around here. Gets caught by the V2 swing. We see the burn. That's going to be the elimination. That's going to give Wufang his first elimination. And Verse is he's fighting in the background. I see that. Spider is actually arriving north side from Zest Winery, or towards Zest Winery from Artisan's Grove, and he just making his rotation as it comes out.
Yeah, he picked one up already on the board with 1 currently in Verse and Action. Both around same HPs. R&B, LMB here for the Katana. Sends the Stamina Strike as well. Sends the R&B focus, but Verse with the read off of this. Overholding the R&B. Waiting for that Hottie F. Tries to go for the slide uppercut. Does not manage to catch it, but Action now on the run. Looks like these players have not scouted out the situation. It's going to be an ISO fight here between Verse and Action. Calming dual blades in hand for Action this time around. Verse with the blue katana getting caught up on the R&B Minx. F caught in here for Verse this time around. Now gonna go ahead and invest his Hottie ultimate. A pistol shot connects in the back end. Action is going to respond with a Hottie ultimate of his own as well. Now battle of the skies. Who's going to be able to take this elimination? Action retreating Verse. And go ahead and cancel ult. Counts his blessings. Trying to post up for the next Rumble Yang, or for the first Rumble Yang. Spider as well on the backside. Might want to get aggressive there, but looks like they are going to wait this out. Verse is going to be able to go ahead and repair that musket. Action as well. Now T225 against Pace. Big pair here for the opener on T225.
You know, Fang's already out of the game too, so that's going to be 1 player left down in the lobby. T225 having his chance of just looking at the Yodo slashes, and there it is. Just Yodo Hime, man, solos is just, you know, yeah. It's just the reason it doesn't really work. I mean, he's using F3 too, right? And that's a in place F. No damage comes through, but players can knock you out. They can ult you. They'll find any opportunity to just be saying, all right, whatever, because your F3 is only good for 1 heal. And that's only going to be enough time for a reset for 1 heal. Now, if you use it offensively, we use it as a combo breaker. When you precast F2, for instance, you're going to have the damage spike that comes out. And you can, I think, you know, that's why CA was mentioning, he thinks in terms of land, whether or not you can get a priority off of the listing. But regardless, your ultimate's your biggest downfall in solos with it, depending on what happens next door towards a person looking for you in the backline for a third party, or you just getting tap dodged. I mean, that's the case scenario of what happens with Yodo Himes and solos. And it just sucks because, you know, you kind of want to see it succeed, but some changes need to happen for her, or maybe some player finds the limelight and works off with her in the Pro League. Who knows? But Romiang spawning in here, Mike finding Spider in the corner in the cottage, and he's going to be telling him bedtime stories because he might be getting himself out of the lobby.
I have a question. I don't know if you know this, but if a Yodo ults and you're running Liam V2, can you catch her in that?
No, I don't think so. She's an ultimate focus. It's only against enemies, like ultimate focus in the sense that, you know, it's hard ultimate focus. Like that's what she has. Because if she can get caught by V2 Liam, bro, GG's. I don't even want.
That's what I'm saying, right? I've never tested it, and you know, you don't really see people run V2, so I've always had the question. I personally don't play Liam, even though he's super strong. But if he ain't got no fits and he not dripping, I'm not going to use him. So he needs some fits and he needs some drip, because right now my boy is in the slums right now. He needs some outfits. But, you know, regardless, Mike in the mix on the Akos right now. trying to take this Roman Yang. He is going to be entering in. It's going to be a scrap off between OUG's Mike and 521's Akame. Purple fist blades in the back pocket or in hand for Akame. Mike with blue dual blades. And if those fist blades get parried, I'm telling you, Mike's going to snag those up mad quick. Now, what's the opener? F1 here for Mike since the R&B focus doesn't get the damage though. Clint comes in off the lights. Now, pistol shot connects. A little bit of extra damage. Clint comes in there for the fist blades. Gets the damage off the R&Bs. R&B makes F caught in there for the Kylan. Now, big damage in the corner. He's going to be forced to pop his ultimate now. Now, he's going to respond with a Keelan ultimate as well. One hit, he can die here.
Yeah, it's going to be an F1 trying to invest in vulnerability, but there's going to be the case scenario where Keelan is going to go ahead for a horizontal, and that's it. V2 afterwards. Mike is caught out. That's the level 2 swing. Mike News, that's the case scenario. TT5, though, on the other hand, Tessa versus what seems to be Hadia against Verse. Blue armor and blue weapon on Verse instead. Purple armor, purple weapon for TT5. This is just a management of how much spacing could be occurred or how many blues can be thrown out here. Verse gets no stagger off that scare rush. It was dodged. TT5 finds a parry, goes for R&B instead, knows the F2 is still available, goes for the uppercut just in case. A little bit of teeter-totter, but he has ultimate. He catches Enchant. Verse still has to. He's gonna have to go for high ground or for a pillar drop right now.
Yeah, see him here playing up high. Dragon Slayer here for T225. Uppercut extension. LMB R&B. Can't go for the crouch LMB. Gets extra damage. LMB one shot now. Verse to be real careful with T225. He's gonna connect with the scare rush as well. Beautiful play there off the Tesla. And I'm telling you, man. I mean, Severo's been asking him for the Teslas, but I mean, they had some really good showcases tonight and the previous night as well. Last solos we had for the bi-weekly final, and I feel like she, you know, a lot of these players might start catching on and start playing her a lot more than they usually are playing her.
Yeah, and seeing about how her selection process goes through and where she rotates out. But
yeah.
Akame getting caught out here for the uppercut. Guess who's coming back in here? R&B from Verse. There's the F1, no soul bloom pickup. Mike not able to get it through. He's having a rough outing here after that first Roman Yang loss. And now he's going to get caught by a burn. That's all that Verse needs, because now all he needs to do is just chip dance for a single swipe, and he can kite around this winery as often as much time as possible. He can't caught by the B2. Mike on the edge of that semicircle coming out from Spider. Spider trying to get that lockdown if you can. Armor swap from Mike. This is where Mike's biggest advantage comes out. When he finds those armor swaps, he's able to catch that. He's able to come back and turn and fight around. But hoping to see what happens here. His ultimate's done. I'm not sure there's any fireflies for him to kite around here, and just look to see if there's any available, because now the lobbies in Zest Winery feels like compared to how much chase is coming through on his direction.
Yeah, the Aqua's all gone here for Mike. Full aggression from everybody in that area. Whisk connects there from Spider. That was a disgusting whips. He doesn't get the damage, but I believe he wasn't even the one that crossed him up there. That was a Kame that dropped down, and Spider with a crazy whisk from downtown. Mike's just gonna go ahead inside the zone. Cuts the line of sight, gets a little bit of repositioning here to take a reset, and does manage to stay safe for the time being. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining on the Yang depletion timer to take full effect. WBG Spider though on the Temi, 19% on that rage, no ult online. Does have blue pole swords, gonna eat up a little bit of pistol shot damage. Mike now back inside the zone, needs to get active pretty soon. T225 is gonna bounty Verse. Spider with 1, Wufong with 2, T225 with 4, and I believe it was T225 who ran the test in the bi-weekly finals as well, right?
Yeah, he did it for 1 round as well.
Yeah, he did well.
It was after the Fong game, and 4 eliminations. Still has Vermilion Bergsmite on standby for another minute. He's gonna have to be, noticing fights are happening somewhere. He's got that bounty score that we mentioned, so hopefully he gets us good chances of arriving to the scene, because Mike's back inside of Zest Winery. He still has no ult. He's at 40% rage. Romaine depletion still in the play. TT5 though avoiding GG Shell's V2. There's going to be that Tessa enchant to come out. I'm not sure if TT5 is going to go release it. Yeah, he gets caught because he released it, but hey, wait a second. I don't know what happened there, but he got immediately knocked back here. There's going to be GG Shot going for the double R&B spam. The F1 comes out. TT5, no uppercut confirmed. Goes for jump LMB as the F1 Foxfire comes into works. F1 at the perfect time, but a double twin shot, man. I swear. He's going to have to really look in terms of clapping this one back, because he's needing to get GG Shot through here, considering that he just got saved by the bell.
Oh, that's unfortunate there for T225 still, though. I was super close. Regardless, Wufon's going to fall to action. OUG's Mike. 37 seconds. Trying to get active against Action right now. Grapple and B's in. 1-2 minks from the dual blades. Both players parried. Audi F invested there to try to reposition. Now Mike is going to get it re-aggressed there by Chuzong. And the back end Akame trying to get active against the Akos. And He knows that this was the Aquas from earlier, and with 8% or 9% left on that rage, 8% now to try to get this ult online, I don't think it's going to be enough time here for Mike to even stay inside game number 6. Super unfortunate for him. He's going to end his night around, first still in the mix, so around 7th to 6th place, depending on where GG Shaw ends, but still, he is going to fall. Drops down to 6th now. Second Roman Yang posted up. First is very low in this hottie. Oh, we got Temi ults online and everything as well. So he's going to get a little bit of damage down to Spider. Mate there for the bow. He's going to get some damage in. Still has the Yang pass on him. But first is going to get aggressed on by Kama as well. This could be bad, but it looks like he's doing a really good job kiting so far.
Yeah, he had his staff on the motion. And even though with the killing and backing off here, had to be very careful about this. Akame with that gold pair of halberds and just making motions of just getting neutrals or just going for RMBs. Spider keeping the kiting going alive in the dream as well because he's on common armor. He gets caught by a single 1.0 release from a vertical nunchucks. He will lose all that armor, no questions asked. So he's just have to be very careful. He keeps kiting around. He makes it to the Roman Yang pass. He's going in with common armor against a gold spear from Wufong, who is playing the hottie. And he also has Sap Jade, by the way, for Spider. So if he's going to go ahead and catch something, it's going to be hopefully the opponent's weapon, because other war, he's going to take a lot of chunky damage in the next moment.
Common armor and realm, I mean, very dangerous. And it's a pole sword in Wufong's hands as well. And I'm pretty sure he quickly lock keys him there to check his armor type. And Wufong stopping on over to the gold nunchucks as well. Doesn't let loose that 1.0. Spider trying to fish for the parry. Goes in with a scarecrow. Is going to get punished for it. One hit there, losing all that common armor. That's a lot of damage off of one weapon alone. 1, 2, 3 connects there for Spider. Trying to catch the prior off the LMB. Proc comes in off the nunchucks. Doesn't let it loose. Doesn't catch the prior once again. Both players parry. Catches the prior this time around. LMBs, RMBs. Crush LMBs for extra damage. Catches the reply. Wait. He could do it here. Big damage. Crush LMB doesn't connect though. Bow shot as well. Now, oh my god, he nearly gets elimination there, and now he takes to the sky. He almost did that right there, Severio.
Yeah, it was a close one. He has ultimate here, though, for V3, ready to go. Just a moment's notice. Wufong looking to try to heal up here for that purple armor. Hoping to see whether or not he's going to go ahead for the scare rush. He's going to get caught by a level... No, not a level 3 swing. It just looks like he's going to keep kiting. Wufong not taking any opportunities here to get aggressive towards it. Wufong, though. LMB uppercut is not confirmed because of the timing there. There's going to be a meter dump. There's a parry. There's a sap. There's the F2. There's going to be another chance to pick up that weapon. And, of course, looking to try to go for the fist blades. Big turnaround. Spider just made that one his own. He got gold nuggets on top of the weapon, on top of the armor that he's able to accrue. So now he's at a super lead, and he's picking up himself a nice Jade along the way.
And gold halberds as well. I mean, yo, you saw how fast the LMB came out there from the fist blades? That was just off the old pop. What? That is insane. Wow, Spider winning the Roman Yang with, I mean, that's insane. Common armor. I mean, one hit off the nunchucks took off all that common armor. He stays up, forces out the hottie ultimate there. Perfectly plays out. We saw no aggression there from Wufong, respecting him even after the hottie ult was online for him. And now he is going to have that Yang depletion timer on his back for 4 minutes and 47 seconds to try to cleanse. Spider's going to win his Roman Yang with the White Tiger's prowess as well as KLA's T225. So those two players are looking to try to get aggressive off of this. First, on the hottie, might run into Wufong here. Yeah, he does. And it looks like Wufong's going to be the first aggressor. 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Verse, not really trying to take this fight, but he eats up the damage off the LMB focus. And Wufong now loses 2 armors on that purple armor.
You know, it's crazy. Both of these guys are at Roman Yang depletion too. So it's kind of a close call between both the forces at hand. And they're even Steven on armor so far a little bit. Wufong back in verse into this corner. Armor swap was had, and now versus at a 600 armor increase. Now Wufong looks to charge up RMBs. He gets LMBs again. Goes for the double horizontal there. Goes for the RMB hold. He releases it. F2 investment. Guess who's coming back into the play of things? Bowders X and making sure that this cave can be a way for him to catch 2 eliminations. He'll have it. You know, one crazy thing too is that into the scare rushes here. Wufang has to be careful about that flame cage. If that flame cage gets struck, oh man, everyone can get caught out here, and that's a close strike. If it happens, you get stunned, you get caught. Versus outside of that cave, though, gets a blue armor swap in the middle of all this action. X is still hunting this down. Shang arriving from JDG, and quick notion from the Roman Yang, Spider actually being able to pick up a dragon like Might. So on Temi, that's kind of his bread and butter. If he finds a dual halberds or a dual blades he can convert, then that's going to be a great setup for later on. But Wu Fang, on the other hand, he's looking to try to stay alive here. He's got 3 minutes or so and just hoping to stay alive.
He does drop low on the armor department, but Crushing going towards the other player's way in the back end. Wufang does manage to pop one powder in for the purple armor. Verse still in the mix with one block off of that blue armor. Still needs to try to cleanse Verse. Gonna go ahead and respond with the Haughty ultimate. Verse needs to cleanse. It's gonna go ahead and pick Wufang out of the bunch once again. Now, Wufang's gonna respond. This is the second time both of these players ult in like 30 seconds, I believe. I mean, they just used their ultimates inside the cave, and now look at them. It's like a race. Both of them trying to see who makes it to the other side as fast as possible. Wufang doesn't get any aggression thrown his way, and Spider now catches Verse lacking with the gold halberds. He's gonna do a lot of damage here.
Yeah, he could be looking for the charge RMBs in the background, hoping to see whether or not Wufang's gonna get this elimination beforehand. Horizontal comes out for the parry. There's gonna be the RMB from the background, and guess what? Spider finds the elimination, tags it along, takes the Soul Bloom from Wufang, or Wufang finds the Soul Bloom instead. F2 investment. No chance for that ultimate from Spider to deny the Haughty from escaping there. And there's going to be a good chance of seeing whether or not Wufang can get out of here alive. I mean, he's at 75, 76, 78. He's getting tick damage versus tick damage, but one pistol shot is all that's needed, or a cannon shot. Whoever's going to be coming out here for the last hit confirmation. 225 hits it. He's got twin shot. That reduces the damage, by the way, for twin shot. The hit shot, if they, since they're separated. So it might have been a kill confirmed there if he didn't have the Jade outright. Who knows? Wufang's still going to be going ahead and calculating himself forward with that whole sword, and the whole lobby is against the odds against him. And that is another cannon shot. Look at that. 1 HP. Literally, I can't even see the pixel of the HP. But XY saw it, and he took it out, and there goes down Wufang.
And he was so close to getting that ult back online as well. He got to be running full rage or something, because he getting that ult. I mean, that was like a minute, possibly 2 minutes with 3 ults. That was insane. I mean, he did pick up blooms, but still. XY now in 10th place with 1 on the board currently. Action with 1 with 7.5, as well as a Kame. Both players bottom side of the pyramid right now. XY. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't even XY on the bottom side. That was Chazong, I believe. Chazong had a rough day so far for his first day of qualifiers here for the BIWEEKly 2. Spider, though, playing really, really well. Has had a really good showcasing throughout the BIWEEKly Finals 1 and tonight as well. T225, gold fan in hand for T225 on the Tesla. Making a really, really good work here of this hero. Action in the back end there on the Haughty. GG shot on the top side of the cliff with the Liam. Still waiting this out. Has 3 repair kits there for the cannon. He knows he's going to be spamming that if he goes to end circle in a situation like this. Trying to play around the backside of this next zone. We have Mystic Might being spawned for this Spirit Well. Who's going to be able to maintain, or who's gonna be able to capture the Spirit Well? I'm pretty sure Spider. Oh my god, look how clean that looks. Dragon's Light Might with the red halberds, man. That looks so nice.
Yeah, the extreme animation goes crazy. Yeah. And also another martial, or not martial, but another dual halberds to be in the play here is from T225 on standby. He has martial art will form hook. So he's the one that could be a good setup if he gets Spider or Spider gets him. Either or. I heard a pair in the background. Did we lose that? Yeah, we lost it. Halberds are gone. So now T225 thing has another pair on standby. He switched his he switched over his common cannon for that. That's disrespectful, but that's necessary. And that's the case scenario where Akame gets the Mystic Might, gets his gold armor, gets a gold weapon, and he's able to go ahead and just run this down. He's got the fish, the fin, dual blade skins. I guess you could say this man is swimming in it.
Obviously I had to cop those because it was very cheap.
Oh yeah.
But when I first got him, I was like, man, this so like, I don't know, like it kind of caught me off guard. But it kind of grown on me, you know? Kind of growing on me. But still, Akame.
Big eyes.
Akame's gonna have that Mystic Might, so he's gonna have the UAV online onto pretty much the remaining of the players in game number 6. He is trying to get active as well, so See T225 taking up a little bit of damage there. Spider being the first one on the scene there, aggressing T225. XY as well, eating up some of the damage, trying to respond. Tesla Ultimate invested, does connect there onto Akame. Akame is going to catch a stray, and now the Random Bane is going to be called in here from the Naraka gods into the middle of the zone. Lots of pressure thrown T225's way, and he loses all this gold armor, and we still got 3 players on his trail.
Yeah, and T225 having to, get his armor down. I mean, look at his armor powders. He's about to go down towards 2. This is not going to be a fun time. He's got to find bodies to loot up after an elimination's been had in the vicinity, if he can find it in the field of play. But Akame dies out to Moonbane, straight up. Just got deleted. I don't know where that body is, but this man got deleted by the Moonbane. Maybe we'll get a replay on it, but it was in the distance. XY not looking towards it and looting up, but regardless, Spider, 3 eliminations, has V3 ready to go, has the velocity with that Gold Nunnies pair. And he's just keeping this to his own corner here. He gets caught by a scare rush here by a martial art. Wait a second, XY with the martial art as well. Is there 3 in the play? Because I think Spider gets caught. He's still going to get chased aggressed upon. There's a rupture gill in the background that hit off XY, and T225 going to be the result of that, using his fan, locking him down to the corner as Spider's locking himself to the side. But we get a replay on that Moonbane from Akame. I think he got Venn diagram, dog.
Oh, Weaves the first one. Oh my God.
Never on my worst enemy, bro.
Man. That is just so much damage, man. That is super unfortunate. That is not the way you want to be taken out in one of these games. T225, though, there you go. Sagging up with the powders. Back to 6 now on the Tesla. 80% pretty much on the Ultimate Rage as well, with 5 on the board currently. GG Shock trying to tune on it up. He's like, nah, not today. You're going to have to stop that. WBG Spider with 3. GG Shaw and XY with 1. Chusan still in the mix with 1, as well as Action. Got a little bit of variety there for the character picks. Tessa, Liam, Keelan, Atari, Hadi. No same heroes in the pool so far, or this far, for this game. Spider with the gold nunchucks does lose his gold halberds. We see Chazon with the gold halberds. T225, gold fan, the Mike fan. And, just leave it a Mike. I mean, if you ever watch Mike and you know how silly he is, he just be, laughing and cracking jokes. I mean, you can just tell he just goofy, but the fan he chose to make, he puts up the bear bee, whatever it's called. I mean, that's just, it just looks so funny in the game. But regardless, now it's a waiting game here for these players. Scale HT225. Nice game 6. Beautiful game 6. 21.1 currently here for day 1. DRG's Fawn gets eliminated pretty early in this game. With 25.3 though. FPSDQ's verse with 219. Mike now still has had some bad games, but the games he has popped off, even testing out new characters, is still in 6 with 18.9 off of day 1. Keep in mind, these players still have another day to play, and another group as well is still in the mix. But moving into this last and final moments of game number 6, you still have a Temi up, and I feel like some aggression might be happening towards Spider's way after probably Action elimination here.
Yeah, and the next one having to pop out, not his ideal situation.
Not good.
If he gets caught by burns, right? He couldn't heal in the beginning, so now he has to spend more time flying around, investing more heals to mitigate the range shots from the anti-air guns pretty much in the corners. And he disengages ult. He at least keeps a 1/5 of his rage bar on intact, where he's able to not have any sort of vision on him. But he does find Spider. He's charging RMB, and I'm kind of spooked out for you, dog. If you're going to charge up RMB against Spider, I'm kind of worried. But there's also the fact that 3 players here have martial art will form hook. It's not even enough for contention of like who's gonna lock down who. This is a rare case instance where everyone has that one Jade and all have gold who, however. So this is really a situation upon each other. T25 on it as well. Sees the meme, wants to keep it alive. He's gonna keep that dual hovers out. Gets caught by a headshot dome. Clink number 1. That was careful. Spider's looking for it. Goes for both shots, pushes him into the boundary of the zone. Mens in the zone, coming into the zone. Who was that? Was that XY? Yeah, it was XY. XY coming right back through there. Hoping to see Exon keep himself aloof in top of the tree line, just using the grapples there to extend out his period of time where he's not fighting anyone up below. But we got a minute and a half left to go on the board. And it's going to be a really close position here. They locked out. There's a triple Tessa enchant, and this could be T25's moment of shine.
And this is what I was waiting for here. Tessa can't control a lot of this playing field, but he catches 3, so an aggression is not going to happen to 1 or 2 players there. He catches 3, so you see the Temi OB invested by Spider to avoid any sorts of damage going his way. I think the best case scenario there for T225 was probably just focusing 1 or 2 to see if he can get someone lobbied, but that ult would have been down and he was at like 72% raise, so he still would have needed a little bit more time to get that second ult online. And we see the wolf form now connected onto Spider here from XY, and XY's gonna pick up the elimination onto Spider. T225 still in the mix with the second ult online this time around, but X playing the high ground, staying safe for now.
Yeah, he's been safety netted the whole time, even after the tumult ultimate was occurred. He's been able to keep himself safe up there. I mean, hopefully to see if he can get some last hit confirmations. I mean, Terrain's at a little bit of a slope here, so hopefully to see whether or not he's going to get some last hit confirmations. F2 coming out from Jishang as the Matari and keeping himself into the sky, but he gets denied. X and knocking him back. No questions asked. And now it's going to be up to this final game circle here. T225 with those cannon shots, getting as much last hit confirmations as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and having that V2 slash to come through in here. Hoping to see that cannon shot go for the burn. The Keelan Guard is now in effect for 4 seconds. T225 trying to keep himself sustained here for those cannon shots, getting as much armor and last hit confirmation. He gets it. G-Shock gets caught by it, and that's going to be, I think, an MVP coming out for T225 with eliminations alone and catching eliminations. Let's take a look and see about that leaderboard, folks, for Game 6.
That was a massive game there from T225. He is going to be our winner and our MVP for this game. Regardless, still,